What's up, man?
What they do? Yeah.
Waiting for these other two to get in here, but what's your draft board looking like? What's the Panthers doing?
My bad. I have zero clue. I like you read stuff and yeah, no clue.
What do y'all need is the better question.
We could use Territoria, however you pronounce his name, receiver. I wouldn't be upset about that pick. The idea that Abdul Carter could fall would be amazing. I wouldn't be surprised.
So, but it is something that's very, very compelling. Players in the
if it's an edge or if it's that defensive tackle, I think it's the Mason Campbell.
Okay.
There's such a connection between this town and the team. The tradition in Green Bay.
Anyway, what's going on in the chat? And y'all tuning in, chilling with us.
What's up, everybody?
Not a lot of people in here. Might not be.
Well,
because I'm not wasting my energy talking this program right now. So shit's disgusting. Everything about that's disgusting. Everything about it is absolutely.
Hey man, you see how I be talking to people in the chat?
Absolutely disgusting, bro. I've never been so done. And I'm a Knicks fan. And I ain't never been so done with a team, bro. And I'm a Knicks fan. Speaking of the Knicks, I think we up right now.
Yeah, love.
I think so. Last I checked, we were up.
They doing my Magic dirty, man.
Y'all need a point guard. I like y'all's team. Y'all need a point guard so bad. That team needs a point guard.
There's so many solutions at the point guard position out there for cheap. I just don't get it.
Oh no, we down 39-43. Okay.
Like you could get nice old vet. I wouldn't be pissed if Patrick Beverly was our freaking point guard.
Y'all just need
anybody. It ain't Corey Joseph. It ain't Harris.
It ain't nobody y'all got on the roster right now.
Even I guess Cole Anthony's supposed to be hurt, and that's the reason why he ain't able to contribute that, and he's the missing piece. But no, to me he never was. But hey, you know, they don't pay me to make those decisions.
That's real. What you sipping on?
Just some Crown Black tonight. You know,
okay.
Crown Black with my tea.
Where's the draft at this year? Because why is Lil Wayne on the stage?
It ain't in New Orleans.
Yeah, Lil Wayne up there.
What the fuck is he doing? What is the commissioner doing?
And the colors are.
Is this motherfucker on a bicycle? I wish he would ride off the stage. That shit would be hilarious. Bro, he be.
It's actually insane that many people. So it's in Green Bay.
It's in Green Bay, yeah.
Imagine standing in a crowd that big just to hear people's names called. Like that's crazy to me.
Is Lil Wayne supposed to be a Packers fan?
He is a Packers fan. I remember him saying he was a Packers fan.
I guess.
Okay, I'm about to turn to the next game until it's time to start picking because all this stuff, I hate all this extra stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. Mason Graham might be the guy for Carolina. I don't think they go after Jalen Walker. Abdul Carter or Mason Graham. Jalen Walker will be like the last possible selection.
I got you.
But though I look at it and everybody's so high on the tight ends, it wouldn't surprise me. Although I didn't see any buzz about them taking the tight end.
I think Arroyo is I don't think he goes first, but I like him actually.
It's two other guys they got. Like,
yeah, I don't think he go first round, but I do think he go in second. I think he goes somewhere in second.
I think he's even a starter day one.
Oh, for sure. But I think you can get him in the second. Is my point.
Oh yeah.
He was drafted by New York. He played 4 years with the Knicks.
My sleeper is that safety out of South Carolina, man. You know he's a top 15 guy, Nick up and whatever how you say his name, Nicky.
South Carolina turning into DBU around these parts. I feel like every year they got a DB.
They got some boys, man. I wouldn't mind him being a Carolina Panther.
You know what's crazy to me?
What's up?
The Negro that this be his idea always be late.
Well, you know.
Ain't that crazy?
I mean, this
talk all that trash. Oh, let's get on live and da for the draft. All right, bet.
About par for the course.
The bald head ass don't show up.
He'll be around 9 o'clock.
Right. After everybody ready to dip.
5, 6. He'll be on pick 5 or 6, you know.
Y'all go ahead and start liking and sharing the video, y'all. See if we can get a little bit of a crowd in here to watch the draft. Let me put this in the Discord.
There's some did you see what I dropped out The whole Shannon Sharp thing and Shaq.
And Shaq.
Man, they saying Shaq went looking for dirt on him.
On Shannon?
Yeah.
Why would Shaq go looking for dirt on Shannon?
Well, the word is allegedly Shaq had reached out to multiple people looking for dirt on him after Shannon had secured that contract that Shaq was trying to get. So there were a couple people up for $100 million.
I don't believe that. I mean, I don't know, right?
Audio.
They got audio
of Matt Barnes saying it.
Of Matt Barnes, but there's no audio of Shaq though. It's my point.
Yeah, there's no audio of Shaq, but it's audio of Matt Barnes saying it like to other people. Like, hey, Shaq asked or something along those lines.
Well, if Shannon Sharp wasn't such a freak, man, then he probably wouldn't be in the position that he in. Catballing. Need to play some defense. Good defense. What's up, Tony? I really want us to get rid of his man. We traded way too much for Bridges. I do not like that motherfucker.
He got something like two, 3 firsts.
It is something like that, yeah. Too many picks for
somebody who would be a number 4 option.
Just trash. So I think once the draft kicks off, I'm gonna drink some Black Label tonight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's what Jergon too supposed to be.
I thought he said Jameson, but
I thought he said that Johnny Walker Black.
He might have said that. Yeah, his bald head ass. Hey, he on his idea, and he always late. What's up, man?
There you go.
I'm just happy that everybody's still a resident of the United States of America. I'm gonna leave that comment at that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh Lord.
We're gonna keep it moving. What's up, y'all?
Thank God for OG. What
hey,
up,
Tony, what's up, Tony?
On a serious note, I ain't seen my neighbor.
What's up, KC?
He just disappeared.
You ain't seen who?
Bro, and then the other, like somebody's there, somebody at the house, but it ain't my neighbor truck. His wife SUV missing. They left the trash cans out there for a couple weeks.
You know what happened?
Y'all let me know when the clock starts because I'm watching the basketball game right now.
It's starting.
It's on, but
the clock. Okay.
But you know, it's the time.
But I mean, we know who number 1 is.
Are we sponsored tonight? Are we sponsored tonight, gentlemen?
Sure. Look at us.
We sponsored. There we go. That's the
I'm Black, but I'm on Crown, so
fair enough. You know, Terrence, they don't have in any liquor store I've been to in New Jersey, I can't find my Florida Cognac. So I have to bring it to Florida. Yeah. I have to go get it in Florida, then bring it back home.
Man, get it shipped.
Yeah.
Go ahead and get that shit.
You know, I like to pick up my bottles. That's just me.
You like to feel it in your hand.
I like to go through the process. Yeah.
I'm the same way.
I know I can order and get exactly what I want, but I want to go to.
I like to go get my bottle. I'm the same way. It's just a weird thing, yeah. But
last time I ordered my liquor, it didn't come.
And that's exactly why I'm not ordering my liquor.
I'm not even about to drop that name out there, but yes, you're.
I still ain't got that. I can't get that bottle of vodka, so you know.
What's the name of it?
I don't remember. I ain't gonna say it either. Get my
Game Day Vodka, I think it was.
Some shit like that. I was excited. Nice little bottle.
Nothing get me started on that, bro.
That thing somewhere in the alley in Killeen, Texas, right now.
No, it ain't in Killeen. Tallahassee or something. I don't know. It ain't in Killeen. I'll tell you that.
That's
motherfucker didn't make it off the show.
Tony, what's good, man? Y'all know the number 1 pick is. Y'all know who it is.
The man that I said a year ago was QB1.
2 years ago. 2 years ago. You called him a first rounder. They need to give you your respect and your flowers, dog. Because we were talking about Ewers, right?
Mm-hmm.
It was Ewers, I forget who else. Probably Riley Leonard at the time. I didn't think he was like, but I feel
I'm
like it
thinking
was
of
Ewers and somebody else.
If
Carson
anything,
Beck.
we were dismissing Riley Leonard.
It was Carson Beck. It was
Ewers for sure. I think we're having a conversation about
Beck.
Beck as well.
Yeah.
Ewers for
Now
sure.
both of them motherfuckers back at school.
No, Ewers in his draft.
Oh, yeah. You're right.
Ewers in the
Who are they saying? Jackson Dart?
Yeah,
This is a sleeper guy?
he's getting a lot of love.
Okay.
You know, this is
Since we talking quarterbacks though,
sure.
y'all, how far y'all think Shedeur slide?
Unfairly, I'm going to say that again. Unfairly, I think you could be looking at pick 20, the way they talking, because if Cleveland's moving back,
So why would Vegas pass on? I think that's a match made in heaven.
Well, the rumor is they like Ewers.
and there you go.
They're gonna pick Ewers at what? Vegas is at.
They're not gonna pick him there. But the rumor is they gonna try and get Ewers in round 2 or something.
But that doesn't seem like a.
They saying New York taking a quarterback. From the rumor is New York taking a quarterback in the first round.
That's why I think they get Shedeur at 20 because
they got it.
Pittsburgh.
I got you.
I think they jump Pittsburgh to get back in, to get in there, trade back with Denver.
Okay. So got you.
Who did Pittsburgh sign?
Nobody.
They didn't bring in a quarterback?
I think Mason Rudolph's there. Remember, they're talking with Aaron Rodgers.
That guy has a job.
What did I tell you about? Remember, I told you.
I know.
Remember, I told you. All you got to do is hold that playbook and show up at 4 a.m. Get that man coffee ready. You know what I'm saying? And when you go out there, don't look incompetent. You know?
But we saw somebody go out there and look incompetent. Remember Nathan Peterman?
Sure. He doesn't have a job anymore.
But he was in the league for about 8-9 years.
Well, for sure. He was holding the clipboard until they found out he looked incompetent.
No, his very rookie year. He threw like 6 interceptions.
Yeah, but you got the excuse though. Oh, I'm a rookie. You know what I'm saying? We can. Can we give him credit for the Obama tan suit? You don't get nothing for the Obama tan suit?
I'm actually not even looking. I'm looking at the game, but
I'm delayed, so
let me
That's the Barack.
let me flip over. Because to me, the draft don't really get interesting until after Cam Ward.
I think it's going to get interesting.
Because I'm hearing Jacksonville might take Gentry, number 2.
I feel like if
great.
Jacksonville trade up, they get Hunter. That's what I think. I could be wrong.
You think Jackson goes Hunter right here?
Yeah, because what do you
I'm
have?
hearing running. Jacksonville talking running back. At least that's what the Jacksonville.
yeah, I heard Genty was the guy for them.
Gentry. Yeah, I'm hearing that's what.
Oh, there you go. Trades in.
I must be behind because I don't see it
I'm
yet.
delayed.
I don't see it yet.
Because I'm just getting the Cam Ward.
The Browns got their first next year.
What's up,
and
Montre?
their second and fourth this year. That's a haul. That's a hell of a haul for 3 spots.
Hold on, what's the trade? I don't see the trade, bro.
So Jacksonville, excuse me, they made pick swaps too, but the Browns got Jacksonville's 5th, their 2nd pick, and I think their 4th, and I think they swapped 4ths, and then they also got Jacksonville got like one of them weird things.
So who was Cleveland looking at then if they made that? Hunter?
Hey, it might be Shedeur.
Now drop it back to 5.
Yeah, it's got to be a quarterback if you're doing all that.
Yeah,
I'm just saying though, like,
Because what
you don't know.
Yeah.
dropping back to 5. That's probably Shedeur landing spot now.
I think it's Hunter at 2, bro.
I think it's Hunter at 2.
I think it's Hunter.
And that's Cleveland's pick now, correct? Because I'm still not seeing it on my screen.
Yeah,
That man gonna be a baller, man.
Shedeur?
Cam.
Oh, yeah. I think so.
You can't.
He's got elite arm, bro. It's like he's got arm talent, period.
I want to see who they get to support him 2nd and 3rd round.
I agree. Because that's ultimately
Locke.
that's what it comes down to in the NFL.
But they got to have somebody. I can't think of anybody in Tennessee that's a threat downfield.
No.
I don't know if you. Yeah, I'm not wrong about that, right? T. I don't think they got any speed.
Because they just got The only thing they brought in Lockett. They got Burks. They
But
got.
see, Jared, that's why I talked to you about that before when we were talking Cam Ward. I said, how much of that stuff we saw at Miami are we going to see in Cam in Tennessee? Because he has no help at Tennessee. Like, does he have help?
I think
Or
it's going to be.
Or is he going to feel pressure to make every play?
Yeah.
I think you look at them. One, they're going to have to get a running back.
And the crazy thing is he had help at Miami, and he's still.
Pollard just ran for $1,000.
I want another running back. I know.
I'm sure they'll get what I'm saying, but this is a Callahan offensive line. You know what I'm saying? So
I wouldn't be surprised to see the help come at all offensive line.
I would see that they have Skoronski. Not to get off where you was at, Alo. They got Skoronski 2 years ago. Then they got Latham last year in the first.
Right.
They're moving Latham over to right tackle. They brought in a left tackle from Pittsburgh. They brought in this. I think they brought in the center from Atlanta.
Was it Dan Moore? You talking about Dan Moore?
I think so. I just don't
I didn't like that one.
Yeah, but hey, if I'm trusting somebody to build an O-line, it's Bill Callahan. No questions. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that's going to be.
Yeah, I'm not so worried about the O-line. I mean, Cam had an O-line.
Yeah.
Miami. I'm more so worried about his weapons.
So we talk about bringing in. You talking about them probably drafting maybe Matthew Golden or somebody like that.
You get him, yeah, or Luther Burden. You're going to need somebody to play X. That's what I'm saying.
One of those two guys.
Z and Ridley. You got Calvin Ridley at Z, and then you got Lockett as a slot man. You know what I'm saying?
Which I think Lockett's a perfect.
Okay, so the Jaguars have the number 2 pick.
It's similar to like when
and Jurgen, you think they traded up for Travis Hunter?
I think so. Yes. Hold on a second.
Which is
like a motherfucker.
Which is insane to me.
I think so. Hold on one second.
And I'm not a Travis Hunter hater, but bruh. Trading up for, I mean, if you're going to use him primarily as a receiver, I get it. Because Trevor Lawrence, that means you're still invested in Trevor Lawrence, I guess.
But Adrian, it's Jacksonville.
I know.
What do you have to look forward to?
That's true.
Sell some tickets. Yeah. You're going to put asses in seats tomorrow.
That's a good point.
Or unless there's some back-end trade where Trevor Lawrence going to, you know what I'm saying? What's going on, Bredrin?
What up?
Wagwan.
Okay. It wasn't working before. All right, we're here. It's Travis Hunter.
You think it's Travis? Keyshawn, you think it's Travis Hunter?
Easy. This trade ain't made for a running back. This is someone you think is special. And it's not quarterback. So,
but correct. Okay. So, but do you think would you have done that for Travis Hunter?
No.
Me either. But I also get what Jurgen's saying. You trying to sell tickets. You selling tickets day one now if you got Travis Hunter.
Can I say this? Because I said this in the chat a long time ago.
Here's the pick.
Whoever I am, I would rather you make the decision on Travis Hunter for me because you got to live with that now. You know what I'm saying? Like, if Will Johnson ends up going to be the best corner in the draft and I got Hunter to play corner, I look like a jackass. You get what I'm saying? So I let somebody else figure that out while I go my way. You know what I mean?
They were at 5, Grillmaster. They had the 5th pick originally, if I'm not mistaken, correct?
Yeah, they were at 5.
Keyshawn, what was the details of the trade?
They just had it on the screen.
They just had it. I saw 2 ones, a 2. Very interesting.
It was some kind of crazy. All right, Duval. Let's see what we got. Twitter about to blow up because I got a bunch of Jacksonville fans on my Twitter.
I will say the idea of Brian Thomas and Travis Hunter.
It's not a bad idea. I agree with that. It's not bad. I agree with that. They complement each other really well.
And it goes along with the
ETN still running the ball back there? No, man, I'm serious.
Not by choice.
I mean, Gentry could be the guy. Dang, Keyshawn froze up.
Yeah.
That's what happens when you steal an internet.
That's some tariffs.
That's some tariffs. Tariffs affecting the internet.
Hell no.
Starlink tripping.
And with the second pick in
Yep,
the
Hunter.
2025 NFL Draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Travis Hunter.
Yeah, they went and got Travis Hunter. All right, Jacksonville.
At least they got a Palm Beach boy.
Switches over to Twitter to see the reaction to that.
That's another Florida guy going in the draft.
Yes, sir.
Definitely a Floridian.
Jags making a splash.
They say he had a big birthday.
So this pick isn't even Abdul Carter. That's
For New York.
The Giants at 3.
They have to go get Jensen.
Okay, Montre like it.
I don't
From
think
what I'm saying, Jacksonville fans like it. From what I see.
for sure.
I like. I wouldn't be surprised to see Jensen go here.
At 3?
Yeah. I know they got what's that boy Tracy, but
I like Genty. I don't know if he's running back 1 though.
you think Hampton is?
I like Hampton, bro.
I like Hampton, but nah.
I mean, I like both. But I don't know.
It's crazy that that's up for question now. I think it was at one point it was clear cut. He was the best running back in college football.
I think knowing Adrian stylistically, Hampton is somebody that Adrian would like for sure.
Well, I think coming into the season, Junkins was like number 1 back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that got proven for what it was.
Yeah.
Well,
Hell, I don't even think he is. Do we have him over Henderson at this point?
It's a good question. I'm not sure there's a big gap between them two, honestly.
It ain't.
Yeah.
I think it's a gap between. It's a significant gap between Genty and Hampton to those guys.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Like if you want a back, if you want one of them, I think you should go round 1 for one of them.
What does this moment mean to you after all you've sacrificed?
Whereas
just as a whole, as a family, because we
other guys you can wait till late round 2.
And you know I'm gonna have to say this. Duval in the house. Look, Duval, get ready because we're gonna give him that little.
Who is that?
Is that his mama? That is it. That's got to be his mama.
Enjoy this, you guys, and congratulations. Yes, thank you.
This is dance those days, boy. I ain't mad at him, man. Like you said, he go sell tickets.
No, I ain't mad at him.
That's the least.
But his measure, like those official measurements.
So
this has nothing to do with Travis Hunter. Everything to do. I just would at number 2, like.
But Adrian, this is what I said from get.
But it's Jacksonville, so
leave it to somebody else to figure this out. I would hate to have the person to figure this out. You get what I'm saying? Because Liam Cohn, first-year head coach now, is probably never going to be right. You get what I'm saying? Like, how often do you play Travis on receiver? How often do you?
And Hunter, he didn't run the 40. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like we don't know his 40 time. That tells me everything I need to know, kind of right there. Because if he was a burner, he would have ran that 40.
I think there's no way he doesn't clock a high 4.4 at least.
I think he was never considered. Nobody ever thought he was a burner though. Nobody ever thought that.
What do you think he would run?
Probably in the low 4.4s, but he's probably more of a strider than a.
I think he's a low 4.5 guy.
And the fact that people,
but I think his, obviously his twitch is elite. So
correct.
That's I can't deny that. That's on film.
That compensates, right?
Yeah, I got him around 4.45, 4.47.
I would if he went to the combine and I saw 4.45, I'd be like, okay, verify. You know what I'm saying? If he went to the combine and I saw 4.55, I'd be like, let's go watch that again. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
But we will never know. We'll never know.
Okay, Giants pick
I
is
think
in. What are we thinking with the Giants?
Abdul Carter. It should be.
And have him play off-ball linebacker maybe.
What do you?
Because they still got what Thibodeau up there, right?
They got
And
Thibodeau and
they
Burns.
just signed Burns.
Yeah,
Oh.
that's right. Yeah, they got burned.
Mm.
Well, hell, you can never have too many rushers, I guess.
Damn,
Yeah, but when you got those,
They took him. Yep, Carter.
yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, man. Giants gonna be when we do this again next year. They're gonna be picking top 3 again. Is this because
out of the teams that we
nothing
looking
from
at, I'm almost I guarantee you that's the one likely to be in the top 3.
just don't do nothing for me? Like, good job.
It didn't change their team at all.
They're in a tough spot, honestly. They were in one of the toughest spots.
What's crazy is they probably could have took 2 other players, and I think that's Genty or Shador, and changed it from being a top 3 team.
Well, this is what I'd say is I would have even been good with the tackle from LSU, right?
Mason,
Like, you know,
Will Campbell, yeah.
Campbell, yeah.
Bingo. His last name was escaping me, but at least you're doing something to improve a real problem that's been a problem for 30 years. You know what I'm saying? Whereas Abdul Carter, oh great, we got another pass rusher. You know what I mean? Like, no. Well, I guess the draft really starts right now because who the hell is going to pick number 4?
I was about to say, what is New England going to do here?
Nobody knows
No clue.
I felt like this was Will Campbell.
Will Campbell for you?
For a long time. I felt like this was Will Campbell.
You don't think we're going to see a reach in the top 10? You don't think we're going to see a reach?
I think the only thing they're reaching for is to protect Drake May.
It makes sense. It makes if I'm New England, it makes sense. I'm either trying to protect Drake May or get him a weapon. So
if anybody reaches in the top 10,
I think Will Campbell is probably the safe pick here.
I mean,
it's not a receiver you're taking right here.
Can we say Jacksonville reached or overpaid? Maybe I won't say reached. I say overpaid. Maybe that's.
This is the only way you can judge the pick.
I won't say they reached, but they had originally the number 5 pick. I don't think trading up changed anybody's board. I don't think anybody was picking Hunter.
You don't think anybody picks Hunter besides them?
I don't think New York was going to.
In New England, no.
And I don't think New England was going to.
Hey, I can't argue with that too much, but so maybe
New York, New York might have had some temptation. And I think about it, New York might have had a little temptation.
Did Cleveland have some temptation?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's why they traded it. I don't think they want.
I think given
with that offer, I would trade back too. But if they didn't get that offer, who do they take?
I think given their cap situation, they was always looking to trade back. They're trying to get cheap, younger, and a lot of talent. So any opportunity to trade back, I think they was going to take. That sounded
so they don't say they don't get the offer though. Is what I'm saying. Who do they take?
Hey, what is Cleveland?
They kind of like the Giants. They're in a tough spot.
Anybody? But that's the thing. I think Hunter is who they take if they don't.
And then
maybe by default. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, by default.
So
you made the argument for Carter.
What's the stat line for Travis Hunter this year? How many yards receiving over under? What's the over under on receiving yards for Hunter?
700.
Over under at 700? How many catches?
I like that number.
I got it somewhere around 56 to 60.
So yeah, I'm curious if he can put up like the oh my goodness, the Deshaun Jackson stat line.
You think they're gonna legitimately play him as corner?
Shit, that's asking a lot.
I'm saying like 50 catches 700 yards might be a bit on the lower end, but somewhere in the realm of anywhere 800 to 1,000 yards a season.
You think they're gonna legitimately play him at corner?
I think you have to.
Name
You just took
Jacksonville
a number 2.
corners.
You have to.
Name Jacksonville.
Yeah.
corners.
Good point, right? You don't have any.
It's Tyson Campbell, and that's it.
I mean, I can name somebody, but he got backwards. He got backwards somersault.
Who that?
Backwards.
Oh, no.
Season, so.
He's about to give him some chip. Who that, Keyshawn?
What is that? You froze up right
You
now.
froze up on us.
Oh, Lord.
My bad. I said I couldn't.
Tariffs, man. Them tariffs are killing Keyshawn.
Mid-game last year.
Who was that?
Jones.
Oh, leave my dog alone, man. Leave my dog alone.
Oh, okay. I forgot that was a grad of that school.
But to say that's the only corner I could think of on Jacksonville right now. So
I hear it. I just keep playing this, and I know I'm sounding like a Travis Hunter hater, but I promise I'm not. I think he's one of the.
That you gotta keep saying.
I think he's one of because I'm about to say something that people gonna be like, oh yeah, he
Embrace
hated
it,
it.
though.
I'm not a hater though, because I think he's got elite ball skills.
You're
But
not a
I go
fan.
back to that. I go back to that. What's the bowl game in the HBCU? Is it the holiday? It's not the holiday.
Celebration Bowl.
Celebration Bowl. I still go back to that bowl game and watch Travis Hunter get planted in the dirt, and I'm just thinking.
We've seen elite people get put in the dirt, bro.
I'm just.
That was just a confirmation. That was confirmation bias, bro.
Okay, maybe.
That was bias confirmation right there. Like,
Right.
did you see him get put in the dirt? I mean, motherfuckers get put in the dirt from time to time. Like, when you're 175 pounds, bro, it's gonna happen to you.
So, hey, well, I have a different memory, and I will be a hater. I will embrace the haters.
I'm talking about you better bring up the Stanford game. Ain't you?
God damn, boy.
Yeah.
Boy, they beat it. They beat him like
That's the other one I was thinking. You thinking of the Stanford game?
I gotta remember him eating a running back in the hole and winning a football game for his team too.
Hey, you're right. You know what that
You're right.
running back is going to be in 2 years?
That running back probably won't play on Sundays, but you're right.
Okay, she gonna be
The guy who put him in the dirt ain't gonna be playing on Sundays.
That's terrible. You're right.
But it happens.
You're right.
Like, I can tell you about it. Like I've dunked on a guy in the NBA. That don't mean I should. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit happens to people.
If the Browns go dark, no, they should.
They should throw it away.
Yeah,
they
should get rid of the franchise like they did before. They should
Yeah.
get rid of the franchise like they did when Baltimore when they moved to
Riz, what's up, boy?
Top 5 pick.
If you're gonna take a quarterback, I don't see how it's not Shadur.
Yeah, it'd be pretty ignorant at this point.
I think so. All right, let's see what the Patriots doing. It's got to be the O-line though. Damn, Donald Trump kicking Keyshawn ass.
Yeah, like a lady is talk to us nothing, boy.
Hey,
you know what I'm saying?
Hey, you know they cut off. They used to talk about cutting off electricity to like 400,000 homes though.
About to happen.
No. From Canada to your area.
I know.
Grandmaster, we just talked. My bad, y'all. But Grandmaster, we just talked about this. So, but they want to answer it. They got you.
The answer is yes.
But pretty much, I think by default, he has to play.
You have to. You took number 2. You got to play him both ways. You don't spend a number 2 pick on from what everybody else's evaluation of him and what I see him as a wide receiver. I don't think you take him at number 2 unless you're playing him both ways. I personally think he can be successful. Not a lot of people do. And that's just where it is. Apparently, Cleveland Brown style, he could too. I'm sorry, the Jacksonville Jaguars.
All the Jaguars fans coming out of nowhere. I'm happy y'all happy with y'all pick though. I ain't mad at it.
Is that a great Canada Dry?
Yeah.
Where you get that at?
They sell them in the
hood.
I mean, the
hood. I'll be right back.
That's the hood as fuck. See, look at that. They done cut out the electricity up now.
No, he said he'll be right back.
Oh, okay.
He said he'd be back.
Hey, them Canadians ain't playing, man.
Every single time. And after the camp,
Oh man.
All right. So this Browns pick is very interesting, and then Vegas after that.
Will said he cried all the way back to Monroe and then decided.
I think that's a landing spot for Shador, man.
I always thought Vegas would.
But
like
I said,
who's the quarterback there?
Didn't they bring in somebody? I think they brought in
Did they sign something? Like who's the quarterback in Vegas?
Gino. No,
Gino's not. Maybe you're right. I don't know. Maybe you're right.
Yeah, he went to Raiders.
And even if it is Gino, you can still draft Shador. Though Dion might not want his son sit into the year. I don't know.
I think that's why they're gonna take yours. I think him sitting the year is a good thing, bro.
I don't mind it either. I don't, but
I don't think that's beyond.
You don't think Dion goes?
TV. I don't think that's beyond Dion's understanding. I think it wouldn't be a bad thing for him. I'm glad I know they're glad they ain't got somebody coming up there dancing on stage, all up in your music videos. Why Will Campbell look like he about 28, bro?
That is a Patriots pick right there.
Hey, about as Patriots as it can get. Ain't this the guy Jared Verse was abusing?
Oh yeah, but Jared Verse abuses everybody, so
that's bad, man.
Ultimately,
I try to tell people he's gonna be a bad man. I think him playing next to Braden Fisk in the NFL made things a lot easier for him too.
All right, let's see what the Browns do, because I have no clue what the Browns are actually going to do right here.
I'm not taking Dart. If you're the Browns and you take Dart, you can go. Just go. Just sacrifice. Move again. Move. Like in the middle of the night too, just like the Ravens did. Move. If you're the Browns and you take Dart, move.
You didn't trade back to 5 to take Jackson Dart.
You trade back again. Trade that 5. Just trade back again.
Exactly. If you want Dart that bad, trade back again.
Like I'm sure somebody want to be at 5.
Somebody want to be at 5. Yeah.
Call the Cowboys.
Mason Graham.
I don't know if I like that.
I mean, Keyshawn said, and I agree. I think the Browns are just in a tough spot. People might question whoever they pick. Maurice like him. He might be good, Maurice. I'm not saying here's the thing. I'm not saying Jackson Dart won't or whatever. I'm saying is he worth the 5th pick in the draft? The draft is all about value.
Yes, you can get him later.
Right, you can get him later. Nobody
taking that man before the 20th pick.
Because exactly, nobody's drafting Jackson Dart. So it ain't that Dart won't be good, or he might be good. Hell, he might be a Hall of Famer when it's all said and done. Hell, I don't know. I'm just saying, at 5, you don't take Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart, the value's not there. If I want Jackson Dart that bad, I'm trading back to get Jackson Dart. All right, Keyshawn, we're going to try this again, big dog.
Appreciate you. Appreciate you, dog.
Relocate.
Yeah.
You got to cross the border, bro. Hey. They cut off Jerk electricity.
Man, see, there it goes.
That's why he go.
Why he being stingy with the bill, man?
Hey, nah, man, Canada. That's their response. Hey, look, I think they said something like a 40. Basically, everybody bill gonna go up by $100 that they provide electricity to.
Oh yeah, and it's a good part of the Northeast too. It's a good portion of the Northeast.
Like, and I think it was a minimum of 400,000 homes, minimum. And then he was like, and we're not afraid to just cut off all the power. I was like, shit. I'm willing to bet a significant amount of money that Jackson Dart is not the best quarterback in the long run.
Absolutely.
I mean, right. I'm just saying.
It was It was a 1-1.
They did take Mason Graham
for Hunter.
Mason Graham.
You took Mason Graham, man.
Is this what Myles Garrett came back for? Myles Garrett, I think they sent him that contract. It was like, you know what? I can stick it out.
Travis Hunter said he had 0 conversations with the Jaguars since the combine.
I believe it.
I believe it.
I mean, they knew who they wanted.
I believe it too.
Hide your interest.
Yeah.
Hide your interest.
Yeah, for sure.
Is where he started to really take games over and start to flash.
This is where things get interesting. I have 0 clue who Vegas is going.
I think it's been interesting since the first pick, honestly.
Yeah. Well, since
I had no idea what the Giants was going to do. Patriots, we kind of called that one. This one, I didn't. Mason Graham. I mean, I guess.
I don't hate
the pick.
They got Jacobs there. Right? No, they got Aaron Jones still. Now I thought they liked that.
What y'all think about this one? I mean, I can see it.
I
thought
they need talent. So this could be Genty. This could be Shadur. This could be a wide receiver. They need some playmakers, man.
Well, they got Bowers out there, right?
Yeah, for sure.
I wouldn't be surprised to see a wide receiver.
I wouldn't be. I mean, you got your tight end, you get your running back. I mean, makes sense to me. Genty makes a lot of sense for those in the chat that's saying Genty. It makes a lot of sense.
And it's kind of falling that way too. That's kind of the way they so a lot of people were predicting it, and it's a little high, but
I agree. I think it's a little high.
I guess running back is a bit of a premium this year in that sense.
I think some bias.
Saquon didn't reset the market.
I would love to see him fall to Carolina personally.
Who, Genty?
Yeah.
At to number 8. Well, if Vegas don't take him here, you might get your wish. Who's the quarterback for the Jets? I know they told Aaron Rodgers to walk.
Fields.
Jordan Travis.
Oh, that's never gonna happen, Terrence.
Hey man.
Nah,
I love to see him get a shot. I don't see it.
He hit the draft in a black tee.
Who that?
Mason Graham.
Yeah. Hey, that man, if I've been there.
Do we got the black forces on? That's the better question. Because if you do,
he got it tucked in though.
No, we don't.
Hey, bro, I ain't gonna lie. If my defensive linemen show up in black forces to the draft, or black, I'm as a Florida guy in some black reeds, I'm with it.
So you're saying some soldier reeds specifically?
Hey, with the scraps. Let's go. Yeah, my boy got the black t-shirt.
All right, Raiders. Let's see what they got. Picks in.
With the Jesus rope chain.
It's just an amazing, unbelievable moment, and we're just so proud and excited for what Mason's been able to do. Alan, whenever he held up the jersey with your last
ain't no
name,
Braden Fisk.
you smiled so good. What is it like seeing this happen?
You know, that seems like 20 years ago too.
Running back or wide receiver. Running back or wide receiver.
So who's the top wide receiver on the board?
Tetrazzini.
Tet or
This the Raiders. Matthew Golden ain't.
Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of good receivers, but I don't know. Some of them you're gonna be reaching for.
Yes.
I think anybody as a receiver right now is a reach for them.
I think it's Genty. This board been kind of falling that way. I'm gonna give him Genty.
Yep, that's what I'm going with too.
Tom Brady obviously involved in the new ownership. This is a big era right now for Las Vegas. And the pick is in as we go to Roger Goodell.
Yeah.
The fuck was that?
Oh, Sean Paul, you heard it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
There we go. Hey man, that's gonna be a good team to play with it, man.
I ain't mad at it. I'm just saying, in 5 years, don't be surprised if Hampton the better running back.
I'm gonna sound like you hate.
Nah, I like Gentile.
So
I like Gentile.
get that malice out your heart, my guy. 2 of the top 6 picks, just malice in your heart.
He took off
And
them
it wasn't
ugly
for the
ass Crocs.
Hurricane
Man.
player. That's the crazy part.
Huh?
He took off them ugly ass Crocs. He had on diamond studded Crocs early. He took them ugly things off, man.
He can wear what the fuck he wants to. You see how that boy run the ball?
He got great contact balance, man.
Bro.
Yeah, for sure.
He got great contact balance.
It remind me of the easy comparison is like it remind me of Adrian Peterson, but
he don't remind you of Adrian Peterson.
No, he doesn't. I'm talking about
there's no way you get drawing that comp.
His balance, his contact balance. That like the way that he can like take contact and continue to.
Well, Adrian, I don't know if that's Adrian Peterson was what 6'2".
I'm just saying,
230. Like Adrian was a man child. But no, he definitely has great balance.
You want to hear something funny? I ain't never heard a running back compared to Thurman Thomas. You ever heard anybody compare to Thurman Thomas?
I think Hampton's the best Stone, but it's cool.
I mean,
I think Hampton's a bit of he's more of the physical specimen to me, but I think Genty's great. Don't get me wrong. I thought he was the runner-up for the Heisman, the leader for the Heisman most of the season.
Most of the time when running backs have the season he have, they usually win the Heisman.
They usually win it, right? But
most of the time you don't see a wide receiver.
Oh, for sure. Most of the time you don't see a guy playing both sides of the ball like
what Travis Hunter did. So
right.
It was just can't be mad that he didn't win it, but I understand.
Not the slightest.
Like, you don't see a guy going out there and making the flashy plays on defense that Travis Hunter made. That's what it really came down to. His plays on defense were flashy.
It's not flashy. A lot of them plays were essentially game changing for Colorado too, and that's
Nebraska, not Nebraska because they lost that game. What was the game?
The fumble for one.
There was a game that he legitimately won for them. What
game was that? The
North Dakota game. Huh? Which game?
He beat the Bisons by himself.
Well, that was the one game. That one game you're talking about where he got the fumble and all that on the goal line. Was that Illinois?
I can't remember who that was.
It might have been Illinois or something. I don't remember. I don't remember what game it was, but
Jalen Walker to the Jets.
I don't think they even played Illinois.
T,
what's up?
What's going on at 8, boy?
Zero clue. No.
That's how I asked him. What's the boys doing?
No fucking clue. I thought Mason Graham was a possibility. My guy Tetrazzini, man. I'm gonna keep fucking up his name.
Tetrazzini.
I wouldn't be surprised if it is him at wide receiver. Outside of that, I like the safety Nick. That's what I like.
South Carolina.
Yeah. Put some athletes at that third level, with
get some of your athletes back.
What? Just if hustling backwards was a team, it'd be the Carolina Panthers, man. It'd be the Carolina Panthers, man. If hustling backwards. And to be clear, I'm very happy with how.
So Jerk just ain't gonna come back. Huh?
I guess not. I'm very happy with how Bryce Young is developing. I don't think he's going to develop. I don't know if he's on the track to develop into a top 10 quarterback. He is developing well. He's getting used to playing football at this level.
Antoine Stone, I think the Rams trade him back, and that's coming from a Rams fan. Technically, it's 3 Rams fan in this entire.
I was about to say, y'all know I'm a Rams fan, right?
I'm a Rams fan. So, y'all asked me about the Panthers, but I'm Rams. when they took the back-to-back picks, as soon as that Brady Fitz pick landed, well, I put my hat on too.
The way them boys played in their rookie years, I'm a Rams.
Hey, made us proud.
Hey, it's just funny, man, because we saw we saw how they played together, and obviously front
Rams
offices
on.
saw how
Yep.
they played together, and try to make it
It
happen.
had to be that way. It had to be that way. That motherfucker was running the pick and roll as pass rushers. Like
Straight up, straight up.
you're running the pick and roll as pass rushers.
That's
Like
a
in this
fact.
bucket. Like you
Pick
would
and pop, pick and roll, pick and go. It is.
you would think somebody would pick up on it and find a way to block it, but them motherfuckers getting off. Is it Jalen Walker, man? Y'all think?
That's what they saying in the chat, but ain't nothing been announced yet.
I'm not gonna be on Twitter, but if you follow on Twitter, they'll break the picks.
I'm on Twitter, but I don't even
Oh,
see
word?
it on there.
Okay. Usually them picks break
But
early
yeah,
on
usually
Twitter.
usually the picks drop early on Twitter before they.
What tight end wouldn't surprise me for them as far as that being a need.
But yeah, I'm not seeing. No, I'm not seeing it.
Even Will Johnson. Well, no, because they signed somebody. Didn't they sign another corner?
Oh, they still got Sauce over there. Right there.
Yeah, for sure. But DJ Reed left and went to the Lions.
They saying right tackle, wide receiver, tight end. And who they signed that quarterback?
They got Justin Fields,
quarterback.
They did not sign a corner. Okay, I thought they did.
DJ Reed left.
They signed Brandon Stevens. That's
okay, from the Ravens.
Yeah. I was like, I know they signed somebody.
There's a lot of you need everything.
Jets might go Penn State guy.
Yeah, take the best player.
Who?
Difference maker. Matthew Golden would be a nice one.
The tight end Loveland.
Decided who they think the best player.
Whoa, interesting. They went Membu, the tackle from Missouri.
Whoa. Okay.
The New York Jets select Armand Membu, Missouri.
Okay.
Tackle. Right now, get the big shot.
That's my measurements.
Can't have enough good offensive linemen. I'm not going.
Stay back and celebrate with his family and friends.
They did not take that tight end. Don't be surprised to see Carolina take either Territora or
Territora. Who is this dude you keep talking about?
Hey, he know who I'm talking about.
So my thing, do the Jets maybe plan to play him at guard some too?
They got to, right?
I mean, I'm not saying it's a bad pick. You can't have enough good linemen, but they're starting to stack up on good linemen, at least in ability.
Where you gonna play him is the question, though. Like, you gotta put him somewhere. You can have good linemen all day, but you don't take a guy in the top 10 and just sit him on the bench, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh no, he's playing.
Top 10 guy, he start.
I mean, right tackle maybe. The only Elijah Vera Tucker is one of their guards, but he gets hurt practically every year. So maybe you swing him in at guard at some point. But I like the pick. You can't have enough good linemen, honestly. You can't have enough good linemen.
And maybe they're just not very much, infatuated with who's out there. I think that might be an issue too.
Do the Jets have a tackle? Do they have enough tackle right now?
Fashanu, and I think is Okafor the other guy, or is it somebody else? Who's the other tackle? Maybe he's the right tackle.
In this round, that says a lot. I mean, athletic ability when you're going up. One thing I've learned in these last 3 years.
All right, Carolina, let's see what you got. And we Rams fans.
What you talking about, bro?
Except Jurgen.
It's a Rams cast.
Hell no.
Rams fans over here.
Hell no.
I think I agree with what Red says, man. If Justin Fields had the weapons that Caleb Williams has, I think he would have been all right, man.
So here goes a good question. When is the Justin Fields experiment done?
After New York. If he don't shake something in New York, that's it.
This is it. And
I'm saying how many weeks does he have? What is the
Well,
leash?
They don't have any. What's the other option?
You could draft a quarterback. You can still draft one.
They could draft. Yeah, they could.
Round 2 or 3, you take another quarterback. Yes.
Okay.
But I ask you this, Jurgen.
Mhm.
We seen Geno Smith hang on
Sure.
even when he wasn't playing, and
Sure.
we could say he's had a worse resume up to this point compared to Justin Fields.
Yes.
So you could say that maybe buys him some more time, Fields some more time.
Mhm. Well, there's a
Sam Darnold improved.
Well, NFL teams love the backup quarterbacks.
there's a
They value
there's
those
a what
guys.
if story, right? To y'all's point. Oh, but he didn't have the weapons in the run game. Okay, so that's what I'm saying is at what point, basically, what is his leash, Keyshawn, in New York specifically? Not that he can't go do it somewhere else, right? But you're playing with.
Depending on where they draft the guy, if they draft a guy, would I think answer your question.
Right.
Sure, fair enough.
Because they pick a
Round
quarterback.
2 or 3. He
Yeah,
got
I said,
4 weeks.
yeah. If you pick a quarterback in 2 or 3, you're basically telling
4
Fields you got 4 weeks, bro. By week 4, if you ain't shaking something, we making a
Right.
move.
I felt like
Sure.
the contract was a decent
he was-
number, right?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Very decent.
Fields was 2
I feel
years,
like,
20
well,
mil, but
Yeah,
usually those contracts are really like 1 year,
12
larger,
million.
like, yeah, right, large amount of money, basically giving you it. It's kind of like two-way insurance in a sense.
yeah.
Sure.
You play good, we have you 2 years. You play bad, we let you go. We really don't owe you nothing.
I would think the best case scenario for Fields is that he runs for 1,000, the team runs for 2,500, and they have a top 5 defense in the league, and that's how you buy yourself more
I
time.
mean, they still got.
Is that far fetched? I mean, they have a
That's
great
what I'm saying. I
defense
think
over
Yeah,
there.
they still got
that's the
defensive
best case
pieces.
scenario. Yeah. I think if it all works out for Fields, I think that's what it looks like. I guess is what I'm
With
saying.
Brees Hall back there, yeah, that's not far fetched.
There's a rumor that they're trying to trade him.
Sure.
Then
Maybe.
maybe a fucking running back, man.
I saw a rumor they were trying to trade him. But I don't
Well, they
know.
got that big bulldozer from Wisconsin last year.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
Now we talking
We
about
know
playing
we-
some real ugly football. Like,
Yeah.
we
But
talk
that's
Braylon,
I feel like
Braylon Allen.
if we talk about Justin Fields succeeding, I don't think it's going to be the prettiest form of football there is. You know what I'm saying?
I hear you. I hear you.
Can he be an RPO demon? Can he do what what Justin Fields was doing 2-3 years ago? And not just Fields. Jalen Hurts was doing 2-3 years ago.
We're behind you all the way. Navy Federal Credit Union. Our members are the mission.
Terrence, how do you feel about that J.C. Horn deal?
Wait a minute.
It was sweet, boy. It was a little sweet.
This is a serious question.
Nah,
It was sweet.
Well, you gotta pay to keep the guys that are at least.
That shows some kind
He's
of
the most
promise.
talented player on your team,
Sure.
right?
Which is crazy. Yeah,
Are
that's
we-
crazy.
There's no argument there.
Yeah.
He's the best player on the team.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go, T.
Who they get? I ain't seen it.
Tetrazzini?
Is it McMillan?
They went T.
Let's go. I'm not mad at it.
Again, I'm not mad at that at all.
So
You have-
all right, so this is what you're looking at. Bryce, you're giving Bryce somebody to throw the goddamn ball to. And you're giving him a huge fucking target.
You got Adam Thielen, and you have 3 different receivers on the field most of the time,
Legit.
and that's exactly what you
And,
want.
and T, I'm all for it. And by the way, I want to be very clear. I'm a huge fan of Leggett.
I forgot.
Maybe it's the personality that really sells me. But I'm a big fan of his, man. And I think long term, having those two guys as your receivers, it ain't a bad look. I think they need to find a solution at tight end. And I think if he's there, Elijah Arroyo is that answer.
Hey,
You know what?
don't touch him.
Hey, nah.
Leave him for somebody else, man.
Oh, damn, Keyshawn dropped off.
Yeah.
He'll be back.
Hey, this war is getting real, bro.
Bro, trade war is wild.
This trade war is wild, bro. It's like the Cold War of 2025, boy. And we watching it real time.
My bad. Press the wrong button.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do. Who the
Shadur
fuck
here?
is taking?
Shadur?
There was a lot of Jackson Dart talk here. A lot of
This is if
So do we really think Jackson Dart goes first round here, like in this draft?
I don't believe
Did I
it.
take him?
Just do you think that that's gonna happen?
Somebody's gonna do it. Yes.
You think somebody's gonna do it? Okay.
somebody's gonna reach, man.
They always reach.
I always, and in my mind, I always say that at least half these guys won't be on their team in 4 years.
Sure.
Joe don't like the pick, T. He's a real Panthers fan. He ain't no bandwagon like you.
He ain't no on again, off again, man. He
You know
eat
what I'm saying?
raccoon.
He don't get off and get off again. He real with it. So
He eat raccoon out the can, bro.
Oh man, it's out the can for me though, bro. Like out the can. Oh man, I don't eat no raccoon out the can. You right?
Yeah, man.
Bro, I feel like TCU is on everybody highlight reel, dog.
And that boy went to a national championship game and everything.
They got it.
especially in the Big 12, yeah, especially.
Hey, Jugger, what did Coach Bill used to say? You could make a highlight reel or be on somebody highlight
That's
reel.
right. Amen.
Oh,
It might be both.
Oh man. Oh.
Let's go. We got a little Samoan, or is he just Hawaiian?
I mean,
Hawaiian,
is it
but
Polynesian?
they're like.
Well, you gotta be careful. Some of them get offended.
Tell
Yeah.
people to relax, man. You know what I'm saying?
And that boy happy. I ain't mad at him, man, bro. You gotta for some of these guys, man. That moment is.
Yeah, what can you? It's a one time. It doesn't happen again.
That's why people talk about like there are gonna be people who talk about Travis Hunter coming out there dancing and shit. Bro, it's the one time he's gonna have that experience in his
Bro, I don't that type of stuff, bro. Enjoy that moment, bro. Like,
bro, live.
that's something 99% of the people will never experience, right?
Right. You can next month you can get in a car accident and
You know what I'm
die
saying? Man,
before you ever play the snap in the NFL.
I don't care if you
man,
I don't care if you run across the stage naked, honestly. Like, go do your thing.
But speaking of which, what you just said, Keyshawn, man, I hope Elijah Arenas, man, just bounces back. Man.
Oh yeah, shout
I hope he lives a long and healthy life, man, and I hope he can.
Yo, honestly, to see a Cybertruck in that condition, that make me think he wasn't driving with the most care. But I'm not gonna speculate on nothing.
Sure.
I don't know.
That was one of the first things I was like. Somebody was it drunk driving, but regardless,
them things kind of fold, bro.
Prayers up, man.
Nah,
Because Elon's a snake oil salesman. But anyway,
which is true.
Hey,
but
I mean, full, but that thing was almost wrapped around Paul Walker style. Like
prayers.
The front of the truck almost wrapped around. That's the crazy.
Right.
It's not like it was the side that, you know what I'm saying?
And he hit a fire hydrant too. So it's like, what speed? What speed were you really going at?
Yeah.
I'll say this, man. We all been out there driving.
Bruh, I'm not even. That's why I'm not even gonna speak on it like that.
This is the only difference, respectfully. We didn't have Uber. We didn't have no Uber. You had to roll the dice. You know that, Terrence. You had to roll the dice. You feel me? And that's the only thing I don't understand especially the professional athletes, Henry Ruggs.
Why do you
He got
drive?
the money. Yeah, why are you?
Why drive?
Bro, check
Nobody
this cat
really
out, dog.
enjoys driving that much. I can see daytime driving,
Right.
but I'm going out, bro. I remember at one point I didn't touch my car living downtown Dallas. I didn't touch my car for like 3 months.
What y'all think about Kelvin Banks to New Orleans?
Says a lot.
Ryan Ramczyk retired. That's it.
Yep. But that says a lot too, though.
Ryan Ramczyk retired, bro. Come right in and play.
Yeah, but real
What
talk.
do you
Like, I hope Lil Arenas.
Yeah, for sure, Adrian, for sure.
I hope he
Yeah,
the hell with playing basketball. Like, let's
let's live, bro.
live a
let's
long
live.
and healthy life. That's all you can ask for, man.
Kelvin Banks.
So
The big ass dude.
It is.
It's big motherfucker. Yeah, that's
Listen,
he
But
is
here's-
not a little guy.
So here's my issue, and maybe y'all can correct me. Because I was a Quinn Ewers fan, I watched a lot of Texas. I did not like the way he played this past year.
No.
I
He,
did not like the way Kelvin Banks played this last year. I thought
No.
his draft stock was going to take a hit. I mean, the fact that he went top 10 to me,
Yeah, I think we'll look at the tape
measurables, right?
he showed on him.
Measurables, and those things is what's got him drafted. But I did not like the way he
his
played.
feet. Look at his feet, though, dog. You can't find that.
I get
He
you.
got typewriter feet.
I get
You
you.
know,
Just didn't play.
Man, that's all
And-
it is.
draft is
Why did I think he was 6'7"?
Draft's kind of thin on O line this year, huh?
that bing 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 bing. There you go.
You have
Especially
top,
the
you have
tackles.
top tier tackle talent, and then you have a bunch of interior talent.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got to get them while you can.
Just because I was low key a Texas fan, I wasn't.
You were a big Ewers fan.
No, I mean, Ewers has an arm that you don't see. The problem with Ewers, I feel like, is he capped out way too early. That you never saw that progression.
But Adrian, remember we was talking about that with Kevin, man. Is that these, y'all out here in Texas? Come on, you're getting so much good coaching. You know what I'm saying? From a very young age. By the time you're 18,
Bro, as a freshman, if you would have, to me as a freshman, Ewers looked like the next Dan Marino. Like that's how pretty he threw the damn ball, bro. And the problem is that was the highlight of his career. He never got better from a freshman, bro. That ultimately became Ewers' problem. And I think Keyshawn froze again. No, he ain't freeze. I see his eyes moving.
Nah, he's just looking.
I'm looking at how these white women ain't got no back, bitch. Neither.
Yo,
All right, Shannon.
yo, don't get hopped up on that one. Hey, you
Keyshawn
got a fan base. Hey, let's be clear. Don't alienate your fan base in Canada, bro.
Joe Johnson is officially on drugs.
Hey, DJU, man. DJ UDFA, man.
DJ, the bus driver, the Uber driver.
he the one that should be driving people around.
Oh, man.
Oh, man.
Oh, boy.
Come on, dog. Boy,
I can't even. I don't want to. We're not talking about that bullshit.
No, let's talk about it.
Talk about what? Talk about what? Shannon?
From
Bro, I'll swing on you if you was in front of me right now. That's how
What are we talking about?
DJU, dog.
Bro, we're not talking about that.
DJU, younger than they.
Alo try to forget that season, boy. I hear you, boy. I hear you. Forget that ever happened.
That season killed me, bro.
Don't ask me to talk about this season too much either, but whatever.
So Keyshawn, you saying both of them got one long back? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah. I mean, they got some nice long legs.
Bro, do you think Dallas takes Shador?
I mean, it wouldn't shock me.
I think he would do it.
I think Jerry would do it for Dion. I 100% think Jerry would do it. The problem is
Jerry
that
he wouldn't even
Prescott contract is the problem.
Wait. Somebody saying Chicago taking the tight end?
Tyler Warren.
That's what ML say. Yeah.
That seems legit, though. That seems legit.
You got your quarterback. You gotta.
Well, no.
I think you owe your quarterback 2 drafts.
No, but you got Ben Johnson and what he did with Laporta. If you give him Warren, I could see him doing some work with him.
And you owe your quarterback 2 drafts.
What y'all think? What y'all think of Caleb? Y'all think he on the right track? Y'all like what y'all seeing there?
He's their quarterback.
I know he's their quarterback, but I'm asking y'all think he's on the right track? Like
he played for the worst coach in the league. You can't judge him.
Okay.
Okay. What was it in the Detroit game that they had won? You know what I'm talking about, Keyshawn?
Oh yeah.
No, I remember the game. Yeah. Nope, I remember the game.
And Buddy was just like he was just on the sideline like this.
Oh damn! Trump done got Terrence.
Nah, I'm here.
Bro,
I need to step off camera for a second.
I think we agreed that was like egregious, like that's a fireable offense, and essentially that coupled with something else got him fired within no time. So that you can't.
You can't judge him. That's all I'm saying. You can't really judge that kid.
I mean, and Jurgen, you say this all the time. It's hard enough to win. It's hard enough to win games. So to watch teams easily throw games away.
It's crazy. Yeah, that's.
we was all.
I remember that game.
Because we was all watching the game.
I think Alo was one of the.
I think we said in the chat. I think we said in the chat like this dude should be fired after this game, bro. Like how do you do this?
Like 45-ish seconds, 2 timeouts.
What are we doing?
You in field goal range.
Right.
Like I said, I'm just a light skinned dude on YouTube, but you could have paid me. You could pay me millions to coach the game better than that.
That's a top 10 tagline, by the way, bro. I just want to let you know.
I'm just a light skinned nigga on YouTube.
I gotta get it to you. That's top 10.
Get that merch out.
I wish somebody would pick it up on, somebody to sponsor your boy.
We gotta get that. We gotta get the merch out, like you
said. The problem is Florida State fans don't like me because I just I tell them that we suck.
You're not likable.
They don't like it. They don't like it. The ones in the chat, like people that show up every week, they fuck with me.
Adrian, they took Colston Loveland. Wow.
Yep, that's Loveland.
That's the big motherfucker.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah.
I didn't think he was nice like that. I'm not even going front.
I would take a Royal. If we're gonna go tight end, I'd take a Royal over this. That's just me.
But ain't Loveland the 6'7" one? No.
I think a Royal gonna fall to the second though.
Hey, look at Colston Loveland's living room, dog. Y'all see that shit?
That screams MAGA, bro.
Hey, but it screams rich. I ain't never gonna have a living room like that.
Them you ain't lying about that too. Them 2 buckheads. Them 2 buckheads. You ain't lying about that.
All he did was wake up every morning and catch footballs. He ain't do shit. Rich ass.
So that bit don't even look like he's trying to touch the DM, boy.
No, bro.
I'm gonna tell you something, bro. From what's changed from before when we were in school and before we were in school in the 80s and 90s is you can coach and develop guys with money.
I mean, there wasn't specialty coaches when we was kids,
bro.
There was no specialty coaches.
I guarantee you, I know 20 niggas would have been in the NFL if it was the atmosphere and environment that we have now.
You want me to give you?
Bro, we all grew up around. We all grew up. Go ahead, my bad.
Yeah. I'll say this, Keyshawn. We was in high school, going to 5 a.m. workouts every summer. Did you really learn how to lift weights?
Not really.
No, you didn't learn,
bro.
But that's what I'm saying. But that's what I'm saying is like we had none of that. It used to be like if a bitch was strong, it's just because you thought he was like Damien, right? Keyshawn, like no, Damien is just born like that. You know what I'm saying? Versus the rest of us, we just kind of like, okay, well, I'm trying my hardest, but like, there's science to this. Like, if you go to a real football program, you're gonna put on 60 pounds of muscle. Like
they're teaching you how to live.
Yeah, they actually running you through a program and shit. You know.
I play that. So
that living room is wild. Now I
went to Stoneman Douglas, right? So
them 2 buckheads is crazy.
Jared. So I went to Stoneman Douglas. You know the school, whatever. Mm-hmm. So I started working out with the guy. My first week there.
When I retire, I'm gonna have a house like that
for power cleaning and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Thing is, I ain't never touched weights in my fucking life. I'm 15, 16. I ain't never touched a motherfucking weight in my life.
Correct.
And I'm out there, I'm doing what he's doing.
Yeah.
You know, his sets, all that. I didn't do his maxes or nothing, but I'm doing his sets.
Sure.
And to me, it was just like, oh, this is kind of easy. Maybe I shouldn't be doing this shit.
Maurice,
We was
bro,
running
if you
up
don't
with
put
our
that phone on the charger and get back in this chat, I know something. First of all, how your phone get to 7%? You at work?
Get
You
on
gotta be at work. Work is the only excuse you got. You at work?
Nah, that
bro.
motherfucker just played Madden.
But if you at home chilling, man, if you
just
put that
played,
phone on the
that's
charger, I know
Riz.
something.
Jared, that's
I know
Riz.
that's Riz. I know it's Riz. I know it's Riz.
Yeah.
Riz, I'm gonna come see you in Philly now. But to the point, Terrence, is like when so Keyshawn went to live in Tally. He came back home, right? We was maybe like 22 at the time, and Keyshawn made a comment like, "Hey, dog, jerk." I forget who he was lifting weights with. Keyshawn, somebody from high school, and he was like, "Hey, dog, this ain't high school. Jerkin's strong as fuck." And it's because somebody actually taught me how to lift weights. Like I never knew how to lift weights. I never knew and that's just like totally different from now. These kids got weightlifting programs. They got a specialty coach. They got meal plans and shit. You know what I'm saying? We was just going to school and just doing some dumb shit and walking out. You know what I'm saying?
Just doing some shit. Doing burnouts. Doing burnouts with a 45, like with 10 5-pound weights. Like,
bro, come on,
doing
bro.
Stupid shit.
So being here in Texas, one of the things that I've thought about, because I know we can all speak to this. I know y'all South Florida dudes. I'm a Central Florida dude. But we all grew up with multiple people that you say, if they had half of the resources that they had here in Texas, they'd be in the league. I could name probably, off the top of my head, I could name people that I'm like, bro, I went to Lake Gibson. We went to 2 back-to-back states. We lost to Armwood both times, but if y'all remember Armwood at that time, they had
Armwood was stacked.
They was crazy. Armwood
was stacked.
But we had boys on that team that I promise you could have had D1 offers.
Yeah, no, there's no it's the specialty. To me, it's the specialty coaching year round that sets all this shit apart now, dog. And football is such a skill game. Like when we all played respectfully, I only put on pads because I saw Warren Sapp, Ray Lewis, and Sean Taylor. That's the only reason I put on pads. Because that shit looked hard as fuck. I didn't know what I was doing. Nothing. That shit just looked hard as fuck. Real shit. You know what I'm saying?
They look like real niggas.
Yeah, come on, bro.
You
don't even have to be a Miami fan, dog. When you see Sean Taylor came out with the multicolored visor and the tape around his shit, come on, dog.
Hey, you know who the raw motherfuckers is, bro.
I'm a Florida State fan, but it was McGahee for me. When I saw McGahee with the visor, bro.
Come on, bro.
Hey,
the running back with the
McGahee, bro, with the team and the visor.
Real shit. When he got injured in that game, I legit I was like, damn.
And even the Florida State fans were like, McGahee?
McGahee was that nigga, man.
McGahee
Come on, bro.
In the match, he never gets hurt in that game. He's a top 10.
McGahee was that.
That's not far-fetched to me.
Come on, bro.
Because when he got in the league, he played for
he had a great career.
And he still had a great career.
He had a career a lot of niggas wish they had.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Mm-hmm. This San Francisco pick about to be really boring. I feel.
I'm about to say it's about to be.
I feel like it's about to be really boring.
They in rebuild mode, so they got to.
I wouldn't be surprised to see it be Will Johnson.
You think so?
It would be the best pick for them. No, a corner.
Well, they got.
They got Ronaldo. They got the other. They got a couple guys, but he's the best guy I think out there to take.
And they brought back Salah on defense.
Friday was good, bro.
Yes, true.
I think
they always do this game.
Ronaldo has played very well, by the way. Hey, you right.
Put me on.
Ronaldo played very, very well, bro.
Nardo played a lot better than I thought he was going to play.
Both of their rookies, they got a safety that played really well. With who Fungo went out?
Mustafa
balled out. Mustafa and Ronaldo played really good. Bro.
That's why they let Hufunga walk essentially.
Right. In San Francisco, bro.
He went to the Broncos.
Has 3 picks.
He went to the
Broncos. Got Jalen Walker.
No.
He's been saying that for the last 3 picks. So I think I think
Nah,
Antoine just might like
Hufunga and Greenlaw went to the Broncos team.
Okay.
Is
The
that your
fuck
cat?
is that?
My nigga cat, bro. You got a cat, nigga.
I deserve my
That's the
kiss.
cat does.
Hey, who? Wait, I
Nigga
just heard
got a
somebody else
feline,
speak.
bro.
Like, whoa.
Michael Williams. Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
Stone, you're wrong again. Jalen Walker will eventually get drafted, but you're wrong again.
Keep trying, dog. Keep trying.
Keep trying.
Hey, do we really know what Dallas does here?
Bro, the only thing that's keeping me from saying Shedeur is that Dak Prescott contract. Other than
That
that,
contract's massive.
other than that,
Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker.
Hey, you don't like Michael Williams there though? I like Michael Williams there. You're playing that scheme, Keyshawn?
No,
Of course.
I like Michael right there. I think
Yeah.
you might look back in a couple years and Michael might be.
He might be the best. Might be the best.
I just about to say he might be one of the better, if not the best player in the draft.
That's a nice pick, boy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a San Francisco 49ers pick.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For this regime anyway, that's been there.
100. I agree.
John Lynch has got his fingerprints all over this shit. You know,
Big, tall D linemen or
Yep.
D tackle inside guys.
yep.
Big, fast, athletic outside guys. I mean,
Mhm. And
They
linebackers
let-
that can cover space.
oh sure.
Athletes.
Can't nobody cover more space than Fred Warner, boy.
Bro, I think
Bro.
people don't realize how athletic some of these guys who are 6'6" plus are when they're playing football.
Mm-hmm.
Because most of these guys aren't naturally just that heavy. They're adding weight to be that heavy.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding weight to be those guys like that heavy. Like that's why I don't know if you remember. It was a guy on the Panthers. I forget his name. He was like 6'5", 6'6", offensive lineman. I forget his name for some reason. I'm gonna blame it on the alcohol right now. Actually, he was a freaking Pro Bowler, all pro.
You
Tackle.
talking about Franklin, Abreu Franklin?
No. He tackle. OT. And he dropped like 100 pounds. He dropped from like 320 to 220, like a year after he was out of the league. Not what's my boy name?
Jordan Gross.
There you go.
Oh yeah,
There you go.
Gross.
Gross.
Bro dropped 100 pounds immediately. He's like, well, because
You realize that them guys though, bro, like
Dallas about to do. I got a feeling Dallas about to do something crazy too. Go ahead, Jerry.
No, but them dudes is 315, say 40 pounds of skeleton, 215 is muscle. They just stopped eating for a couple weeks. This shit gonna fall right off.
Just take some time off.
Tyler Booker.
Yeah, Dallas.
Tyler,
this
what?
Is a very Dallas pick.
Who?
Tyler Booker from Alabama.
Get the fuck out of here.
Right,
I don't know why you're shocked.
No Tyron Smith, no Nick Martin, no Travis Frederick, bro.
So the O line we knew is gone. So
Right.
I mean,
but you want to know what? It's not a bad pick.
yeah,
No, at all.
it's not a bad pick.
So can you be mad at him? No. So we really looking at Shedeur at pick 20.
Shedeur's
Oh yeah.
He's sliding.
If not, do you think he get the
What's
Lamar
up, Dub?
trade? Might trade back at it and
Dub is don't tell me who's Adam Martin. Who's Adam?
Almighty.
No, Adam like 49ers. Ain't that his favorite team? Who's just Dub is Saints team. He's Saints.
Yeah.
Dub like Saints.
Yeah,
Damn, Adam, you don't
Shedeur
like
dropping like a motherfucker.
I forgot Dub like the Saints.
I ain't gonna lie, that outfit kind of hard though. That little brown shit. That brown shit.
I got Dolphins going. Yeah,
I don't give a fuck.
Damn. Hey, it's so crazy because we all from Florida. And y'all niggas will be like, fuck the Dolphins.
I don't fuck with anything out of Miami.
Fuck what they do.
I've never fucked
The only thing
I never did too. You know the only Dolphins player I ever fought with? Brian Coward.
The only thing I fuck with out of Miami used to be the Marlins, and that's when they were the Florida Marlins. I don't fuck with them no more because they're the Miami
I'm still
Marlins.
a big Florida Marlins fan. Florida Panthers as well. About to go back to back.
But the F was iconic. Then they changed it up, and I'm like, bro, get out of here.
They went that M shit.
They were the Florida Marlins. I was.
That was some Derek Jeter shit. But listen though, but who do they? Where do they go though? Like, all right, let's talk football, guys.
I'm
Where
gonna
did the
talk football with
Dolphins
you. If the Dolphins were smart, they go tight end. Okay, I know they got Johnu Smith, but that team wants to stay in single back all day.
So
You get a versatile tight end like Warren, or you just do the Dolphin shit, which is, hey, we're gonna take a cornerback.
ain't they
Like
trying to
they do
move?
every year.
Ain't Ramsey's there and they're trying to move him?
They
They're
trying to
trying to
move
move
Ramsey.
If I'm the Dolphins, if I'm smart, maybe Will Johnson's the
Will
guy.
Johnson and Trey Ramsey, and then get a first next year. You probably gonna get a first for Ramsey.
What do you think, Keyshawn?
Maybe a second.
The only thing is they gave Ramsey some money, so Ramsey's contract is kind of expensive. So they got to find somebody
Right.
willing to
Hey,
take
Jerry,
on a little bit of.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. My bad, bro.
No, you good. They just got to figure somebody to take on some money.
That Brown shit is clean as fuck.
It is. That shit's hard.
That shit clean.
That shit's hard. I've never seen somebody go brown on brown. Pause. At the draft.
That shit clean as fuck. I might have to put that in the bag. Like
Shannon Sharp.
I might have to put that in the brunch bag. You know?
Speaking of Shannon Sharp, you know something we ain't seen tonight? We ain't seen no white women with no. We ain't seen no brothers with no white women yet. We ain't seen it yet.
Shit.
Ooh,
I
got
can't
some
stand it. I can't
What this
stand
is?
it.
What this is? The Dr. Umar draft?
Almighty
The boys learned from Shannon. They said,
just
nah.
pointed out the best place for Ramsey to land. Ramsey go to Baltimore.
I agree with Asante. It's time to make that move to safety, like Charles Woodson did, right?
Yeah, I can see that.
And there's nothing wrong with that, but he needs to make that move.
I think he's still playing well enough at corner though. Like I think you can put him, you can plug him anywhere on the Ravens secondary.
I mean, yeah, but so what are you giving up if you're Baltimore?
3,
You giving up a first?
2 and 3. 3.
Yeah, I do like a 3 or 4 because of all that money. Yeah, I do.
Yeah, the money. If you're Baltimore, it's a 3 because of the money. I think a 2 is not far fetched though.
Did Ramsey really make all pro last year?
Yep. Hey, the dude still balls, bro.
I didn't watch
all
Dolphins game.
All pro.
I don't think he did, Sean.
Pro Bowl or pro?
I think it was Pro Bowl.
Okay.
I don't
All
think
right,
it was
Dolphins
all
take
pro.
Elijah Arroyo.
They took a. No, you lying.
I know. I tried.
This guy.
I stuck it in there.
I'm about to go make an ice run in a second.
Shit, I need to.
Man, call one of them. You got them young boys there at the house.
I don't even know if that Nino in here, dog.
Hey, Imani getting to the point she can bring me stuff. Hey,
See, right here, I'm gonna have. I still gotta get a fridge down here that can fit. That's my next.
When you having your house warm?
I've been had that shit.
Oh, I ain't get no invite. Okay.
Respectfully, my wife got all her cousins up here, so ain't nobody else coming, bitch.
But I ain't get no invite though.
No.
You know, you got an invite to the baby shower.
How about
all
this?
that
If
shit,
I
you know?
invite you to the summer bash, because we don't have a summer bash, just bring a certain relative with you. That's all. You know what I'm saying? Just bring a certain relative with you. That's all.
Say less. I got you.
All right. Appreciate you.
I got you.
Appreciate
Say
you.
less. Get on the market.
Come on, man.
It's what you do.
Oh, Adrian, check. Tell your wife to check messages tomorrow.
Okay.
We be sending out stuff. So, hope to see y'all.
We'll be there. May
31st.
Yeah, we'll be there. I'll just be getting back from South Carolina, but I'll be there.
Yeah, we have a good time, man. You know, me and you gonna drink and have a good time. The thing is, for her birthday, it's a little different. It's a whole event.
Yeah, I know.
It's a kids thing. Jerry never made it, but he did make it to the baby shower. I can't knock him for that.
I remember the baby shower. We had fun at the baby shower too, though.
Yeah, we had a ball. Hey, motherfuckers fell asleep on the couch.
Who? I did.
Nah, we were supposed to be heading out somewhere.
Oh yeah, we ain't going nowhere.
Oh shit. That shit was. We had a good time though.
I feel like the draft is actually moving pretty quick.
It is, bro. I thought that was interesting.
Usually, you know, this shit take.
We all do need to go see Keyshawn though, man.
Shit, bro. I've been trying to get the wife to go to Montreal, bro. It's on our short list.
Yeah.
Come in the summer. Y'all, I know y'all some warm-blooded individuals.
I'm so happy that the winter's done, bro. This shit's terrible. I hate this shit.
You sure you're still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Give me 1 second.
How you doing?
Gotta go get that Guinness. You got somewhere to be after this, ain't that right, Keyshawn?
Yeah. Bunny's calling.
Mango? Yeah, that mango.
We'll see how long this is.
Jim Bunny's calling.
Knicks in a battle with the Pistons. What's the score? I mean, we've been battling with the Pistons, so telling me nothing. We was winning at halftime last time I checked. 104, 101.
101.
Knicks up.
Let's see you,
I think that Denver Clippers game is gonna be interesting, man.
The defensive tackle, Kenneth Grant from Michigan.
Kenneth Grant, that's a nice pick. That's a great pick.
You don't think that's a reach?
It might be a little sweet, but
because he's a nose to me. But I mean, if you really need a nose, you got to go get a nose.
It's replacing a need, so you got to factor that in when you talk about reach.
Yeah, I forgot Christian Wilkins. I didn't realize he was
Wilkins gone.
There you go.
Yeah.
Wilkins
left.
Yeah, he was Raiders. He was the Raiders last year. So they realized like shit. Because all they had was like Skyler and somebody else.
The Michigan sends 2 defensive tackles, top 15.
Yeah.
That's awesome. You can say Connor Stallions all you want. The boys take 2 defensive tackles, top 15. And that's where they beat your ass. G shit.
And you want to know what? That recruiting factor?
Sure.
Why?
Michigan's not trying to land blue chippers. They're trying to land Michigan men. You can tell. They're not really trying.
That's always been the case.
Guys.
I think.
Yeah, I'm saying, but they're not. Yeah.
Who is
I
Jeff?
never really see what? Who is what?
Who's Jeff? I didn't even send out the link to nobody but y'all. Who y'all sent the link to?
I sent the link out to one person, but definitely not Jeff.
I ain't seen the link out to nobody.
Let's see who Jeff is.
The jumping stream?
Is it Jeff? It's not Jeff?
Jeff!
Is it that Jeff?
It's box, Guinness, mac and cheese. So the question is,
did we get hacked?
Oh no, let me get him out of here. I didn't hear anything. Did y'all hear anything?
I did. Something about mac and cheese.
Okay.
That's funny.
And I'm trying to figure out how he got the link.
That's interesting.
I ain't sending to nobody.
Could it have been Stead?
It could have been Stead. Yeah, it might be Stead.
I'm about to say the only person I can think of.
It might be Stead.
You know, Stead would have came in as whoever the fuck, but you know,
the artist formerly known as Stead.
Right.
Hey, internet. If peak Stead was around right now, internet would be a totally different place, man. If Stead without any kids is still around right now, the internet would be all kind of fucked up, bro.
What?
What's the Colts?
We'll be the worst of us and the best of us.
Correct. That's the point. The most irritating Madden player ever.
Oh, what?
Trying to figure out what the Colts doing.
But he got practices to be at and shit, you know.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at him.
Go do it.
What y'all think?
I'm gonna guess it's some. Yeah, there you go. I was gonna say some pass catcher.
Tyler Warren.
Pass catcher.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Warren.
Hey, baby girl.
Bella, you're on camera.
Oh, it's both of them? They're my peoples, man. They're my daughter's favorite peoples, man. She loved when they was in town.
Yeah.
Tyler Warren.
I'm telling you, bro, your daughters, if they got time to hang around my daughter, They'll fell in love, bro. Like,
Yeah.
she loved older kids too. Bro,
Anthony Richardson might be the worst UF QB since Terry Dean.
Bro, get the fuck out of here. I'm not gonna take any Anthony Richardson slander. Not today. Fuck the Gators.
You think he's a good quarterback?
He playing well enough that I think he deserves a shot.
So
it's enough motherfuckers getting a shot.
So time out. Can we agree on this one thing? Colston Loveland has the best living room in draft history. Because after going from Colston's living room to these other living rooms,
oh yeah, that living room he was in was a.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, let's go back to Colston.
We basically just waiting for Shador living room to even it out.
Nah, Colston got it.
Colston don't need the NFL.
No, at all.
These other people, they need the
NFL.
Shador got money.
Well, we know Shador got money.
Wealth. Colston people got wealth, bro. They own half of Idaho. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. Them big ass bucks they had in there, get out of here.
Bro, that should be crazy when you see the boys out there. But that's what I was telling you. Enough money. It get you where you need to be.
For sure.
Oh, Colston gonna be a big motherfucker.
Yeah.
Hey, Colston.
Yeah.
Let's get you out on this football field.
Colston don't gotta do nothing but run routes and go to school.
Oh, Mighty, who's your NFL squad?
Colston did his homework.
Nope. Got a tutor for that.
Colston was homeschooled.
Tutor probably looked like Keyshawn. Might be Keyshawn. Might be that.
Like Tyler Warren though, man.
For the record, because y'all don't know this, Terrence, Keyshawn is the smartest non-applying himself nigga you've ever met.
Smartest non-applying.
That's a smart nigga.
That's why I like that nigga, man.
That nigga's a smart nigga, bro.
That's why I like that motherfucker.
We went to school with a bunch of kids who actually cared. Keyshawn was smarter than all of them.
And he didn't give a fuck.
No, I respect him for it though. It's like, well, I'm gonna stress my life out. You know what I'm saying? There might be kids was up till 1 a.m. Nigga, I gotta sleep.
Keyshawn probably went through something I went through, bro. I was in gifted classes in middle school, and they said, "Hey, you want to take AP courses when you get to high school?" I was like, "Nah."
Keyshawn did that shit, but Keyshawn just vibed.
Like being a Jags fan is a choice.
For sure.
It is.
It's an interesting choice.
You don't have a real obligation to the Jaguars.
Hold up, hey, that's a BLT, nigga? Is that what that is?
Hey, Keyshawn eat good. You ain't see the soup?
Nah.
He had some soup too. Bro,
that's Canadian Panera bread. Is that what that is?
If Travis is smart, he would have let her go, but we'll see.
They ain't got Panera bread over there.
My bad.
But you know they still suing out there for relationships, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her sue about their relationship.
I can't wait till she gone, man.
Yeah, get rid of her.
Yeah.
But you want to know what I'm afraid of? He's just gonna find another bitch and get her pregnant.
Well,
he need to go get Nia Long. Go get Nia Long.
Tracy Ellis Ross.
Tracy Ellis Ross is not gonna.
Hey,
no songs and stuff. Travis get turned out around here fucking with Tracy Ellis.
Hey, Travis gonna be all pro fucking with Tracy Ellis Ross. Hey, change your life, boy.
I wouldn't even be mad to see him fuck with a young WNBA player.
Nah, Tracy Ellis, bro. Tracy,
I'm only speaking from let's get some 5 stars out of here.
Okay, so Angel, you want to go Angel Reese?
How tall is Angel Reese though? Like the problem is Travis is only 6 foot.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm talking about a guard. Like, so what? You know. You know, but I can see Travis fucking with a white girl. You know, Paige Buchers. You know,
I definitely see that happening.
And you know, Paige, she grew up in a household of interracial relationships.
Well, time out. This page like
Her mama did.
No, but this page.
Her mama did.
No, but this.
Check her playlist.
No, what I'm saying? No. I'm saying like, is the road like I-95? You know what I'm saying? Or is it like I-35? The page. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's I-35.
So that's what I'm saying. Like we might, you know.
You don't know what page you're gonna end up.
Fair enough. She got to go through. Yeah.
She gonna end up like one of them two white women in that link I sent you.
Oh boy. Hey, I told you they be lying, bro.
Antoine, see where Travis messed up is he kept trying to defend it. He should have shut the hell up.
Hey, let's say what y'all want to say. Fuck y'all niggas.
They should have never talked about anything. You should have never talked about anything, boy.
He should have kept all of it to himself. Well, he messed up when he told the story of how she didn't like him when he was like he wasn't hit. Basically, you was ugly, and then you became somebody. You wasn't ugly no more.
Oh, that's Travis Hunter.
Oh, you that guy. You're that. You're that nigga.
Yeah. Cool. Like that's where he messed up. Like keep that to yourself.
Bobby, my last Team Arrington member standing the longest.
I'm gonna look at tickets to Montreal, dog.
What we doing? When?
Because we messing that sandwich up, man.
That sandwich better be good as fuck. We going now? You get one of them sandwiches?
What's taking the Falcons so long? Okay, here we go. Dang.
Okay, been there for about 20 minutes, boy.
Oh, so the Knicks got that dub?
Oh boy. Almighty Finn, because Fox to have schools in Florida. We talked about that 2 years ago, right, Adrian?
Yeah.
And at the end of the day, it's a market grab. So either you want Tallahassee or you want the Miami market. And what I said 2 years ago was, I'm pretty sure most of the Big Ten retirees are in Florida anyway. So you grab the Miami market, they offer to be down there. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is.
I think you don't split up those two schools though, man.
I think the Big Ten takes both. That would be my thought.
Yeah, if anything, Big Ten takes both.
Good night.
Cincinnati Bengals, they definitely draft defense, right?
I think Jaden Daniels' mom, shout out to her, but I think that says more about Jaden Daniels than his mom. Like,
well, we talk about the so apparently they're cousins though.
I don't
that
believe
situation.
I don't believe it.
I don't believe it either. But allegedly they're cousins. Which when you look at both, when you look at their mamas, the motherfuckers look just alike.
No, I don't believe it.
Well, that's the alleged.
He said, I'm done with Jalen Walker. I ain't calling that no more.
Let's see.
Well, y'all got so Arizona's up next. Did Arizona just switch?
Finn, they don't have a choice though.
Some of these teams I really don't care about. Like, let's get Shadur in Atlanta. Like, why are we not talking about that? That's
nah, my dog Phoenix got that, bro.
Phoenix there. That's Phoenix' job, bro. Yeah. We're not taking a black quarterback's job. You heard what I said.
We can take Baker Mayfield's job.
Jalen Walker.
Jalen Walker. There he goes. He's finally off the board. There you go, Antoine.
Jalen Walker. But don't they have another edge? Who's the other edge there?
Nah, they've been needing edge for so long.
Oh, okay. Well, there you have it. Arizona. No clue. Offensive line? What is there?
Yeah, they should have taken Verser, the guy that went to Minnesota or Ilachi. They should have been one of the first teams taking pass rusher last year.
I'm surprised Will Johnson's still on the board.
I think it's because he ran a slow 40.
Fuck that. That man can guard people. He can guard motherfuckers. He got clamps.
I need to perform in the eyes of adversity, and I need to show everybody.
He got clamps. Bro, fuck that. I'm ordering me something. Fuck. This nigga eating good over here. You see
he
nigga?
grubbing, bro.
Like,
Grubbing.
hey, did somebody just handle some silverware? What the fuck is going on? Oh, shit. Oh, I done fucked up at life, bro. Oh, I am not doing this right. Where's my wife at? Bro. Oh, love it. I'm gonna call my wife, baby. Bring me something.
Come here and do something.
Like, hey, this nigga showing me up on. I'm married, and this nigga showing me up. Like,
oh man, stop it, dog. Don't fall into the Shannon Sharp trap, dog.
What? Hey, nah, I'm locked in. I'm good. I'm good to go. I don't need none of that, bitch. I don't need none of that noise. Nah. Oh, shady, man. Oh, Lord, jeez.
Word to the wise, man. Word to the wise. Can you grab me a cup?
Oh, that man getting catered to. God damn.
I can't deal with y'all.
That's some Destiny Child shit, bro. Like, hey, man, I'll be back, man. I'm gonna make me a sandwich and get some ice, goddammit.
But he eating like a king. And he getting treated like a king, too.
I'll be back, you motherfuckers.
All right, dog. That's how it's going down real quick.
Oh, I got some of that. Yeah. That's a Jamaican rum.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Had to eat something before I started drinking, though. Before I start talking crazy. Nah, but and it's crazy because the betting line for Shedeur was 8.5 yesterday, which would have put him over under New Orleans.
Mm-hmm.
And then today it slid back to 21.5 or something like that. So
Pittsburgh.
Bingo.
Yep.
Bingo. So me personally, I like Shedeur.
I like him too.
I think Colorado was a good team. I don't think they had the best team, which is why in some instances they got out-competed or out-strength or just flat out beat. But I think you put Shedeur with some good NFL talent around him, I think he'll be fine, man. I think he'll be just fine.
No, to Deion's credit, he was very smart in the moves he made. I think going Jackson State and Colorado personally.
For sure. And then,
everybody wanted him at USF. But the problem with me for USF was always you don't want to put him in the same, in the state of the Florida States and Miami. Like you don't want to.
Right. Because he's gonna easily steal talent from those schools. He'll just cause problems on the trail more than anything.
Shedeur to the Steelers, yeah. Shedeur, I think that's something. About, I don't know what Arizona looking for right here.
But also make sure you're adding your creative take to it.
Austin, how do you feel about 10 seconds?
It is what it is. I'm going to take it personally.
I love Barron, man. I love Johnny Barron, man.
Okay, so you think he the number one corner?
No.
Oh,
he may be the number one slot, but
you just like him.
Just a player skill. I see him play. I'm like, I love the way he plays.
Yeah. So I like Shedeur, but he has some obvious flaws. And one of those major flaws was that he didn't know when the play was over.
Ooh, somebody mad about that one.
Didn't know when the play was over. What happened?
Walter Nolan to the Cardinals. That's a nasty pick. A lot of people believe that's like one of the sleeper picks.
Yeah. Okay. I don't know. See if Jerry and Terrence got to say about that one.
Mm-hmm. Definitely want to hear Jurgen on that one.
Walter Nolan?
There you go. Yeah, Walter Nolan. What you think about that one, bro?
I like it.
Where Shamar ended up in this draft?
He might be a third rounder.
Third rounder?
They don't like him. He doesn't have enough plays on tape. But I just feel like I don't think I can. Who's the last interior defensive lineman you can think of from Arizona? Ever.
From Arizona?
Yeah, the last interior defensive lineman that you've seen the Cardinals have ever.
Oh, I mean, they were 3-4 for so long. I was about to say Dockett. Darnell Dockett would be
okay.
The first
So
guy.
that's the last guy, right?
Yeah,
It's been 15 years. You know,
but since then,
15 years.
And Kandiche, and he didn't do nothing over there.
That's Jurgen loves Kandiche.
What disrespect y'all got about Darnell Dockett?
No, I was
okay. He's the last.
Why would I disrespect Darnell Dockett? He's one of my favorite nose, if not my favorite nose ever. I mean, other than the dude on the wall.
Hey, I ran into Darnell Dockett in a gas station in Tallahassee once, bro. And that's when I realized what football players was really.
That's when we used to actually recruit him.
Yo, bro, this man's 295 pounds and was slim, bro.
It was, yeah, streamlined, yep. Darnell was that dude, man.
Are we talking about him because of Walter Nolan?
Yeah. So Jurgen asked the question, when's the last interior lineman that Arizona had that was worth it?
Yeah.
And Dockett is the first guy that came to mind.
I like that comparison, man.
And Dockett played 5 in the 3.
I love that comparison. Namdi.
Cleese Campbell was another one. He
got that Namdi comparison. Walter Nolan. The Namdi for the Ravens.
I wouldn't compare him to. Oh, what you mean? The 5 technique for the Ravens that just had like 15 sacks last year?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I can respect that.
It's a bad motherfucker. And Bob Weekend. Yeah.
No.
That's a bad motherfucker.
Matabuke.
Yeah. One of them things.
You changed his name.
It's crazy, bro. My wife Nigerian. I don't know how to pronounce none of that shit.
Hey, I'm gonna lie to you, bro. If this Olympic flag football comes around and Jalen Hurts is the quarterback of that team, I'm not watching. I refuse.
Hey, but honestly though, you might see some scary athletes in some of them African countries.
Oh, for sure.
What?
For sure.
They might run into some athletes now. And flag is a different element than tackle football.
I think, as in any sport, coaching will come into factor.
For sure.
So you're going to see some scary athletes that can do some scary things, but coaching is going to be a factor, especially when you talk about Olympics.
Do me a favor. I don't know which one of y'all it is, but turn the TV down a little bit that y'all got in the background.
It's probably me, though. I'm going to move in a second.
After he finished with his third sandwich.
After he finished being catered to, I'm about to say he's got a foot
massage sandwich he done had.
His third ham sandwich, like golly.
Keyshawn just do what it is.
Bro, literally. She said, I got you, baby.
Hey, I swore she's wiped the corner of his mouth too.
And all you see is the white hand come in the picture. Yes, my king.
Yo, you niggas. All right. Let's get a man some slack.
Hey, all I know is about 10 minutes you'll see that Magnum tonic get poured, and you know exactly why she acting like that.
She about to get put in the pretzel.
That Magnum tonic is over.
I get put in the pretzel.
Do you understand?
Goodness, man. I
Who's
told
picking right now?
the Bengals.
Bengals.
Mm-hmm.
Who y'all got? Deep. It has to be defense, right?
Them boys. I don't pay attention to Cincinnati.
You can't, bro. You just paid T. Higgins and James and Chase that much. You gotta pick something on defense. Will Johnson still there?
Yeah, he's still there.
Well, like let's not play the fuck around here. Don't play around, bro. Like, do something. Help them boys. You're in a division that you're perennially second in.
Oh no,
like,
third.
You gotta do something.
Third. If Lamar Jackson is hurt, they win the division. If Lamar's not hurt, they're in third place. That's how it's been. Seriously.
Cincinnati?
I'm not even joking. Yeah, I'm not even joking.
Wow. Well, you put it that way.
You can't fuck with Lamar.
Bengals take Shadur? That's crazy. They got Joe Burrow. Why would they?
What?
How would they do that?
I wouldn't be surprised about James Pierce Jr.
I think Almighty.
I would. He's a head case.
I think Will Johnson is a better pick. But I mean, pass rushers are the guys. That's who everybody's always in on. Everybody wants to pass rush.
But Terrence, James, when I tell you, they say James Pierce has like the worst off-field report ever. Like, they make it seem like he's an untouchable type of guy. Now they may draft him here and make me look stupid.
I'm pretty sure Joey Porter. If they looked into Joey Porter, he was like, I can't touch that guy.
I'm sure, but he was also going to Pittsburgh.
But you need that kind of guy. Like, but you're in that division. You need those kind of guys.
They took Shamar
Stewart.
Wow.
What the? Now we just said this man was going in the third.
I don't think production matches. I don't think his production matches. They love the athlete.
Did they really? Nah, y'all play, bro. Ain't nobody playing with y'all.
Nah, this is a very interesting.
They ain't take no Shamar Stewart.
Shamar is a very interesting pick.
They ain't take no Shamar Stewart.
Because he's built like a number one.
It's Shamar.
He's built like a number one overall.
All right, I'll be back. Bye.
But look what they said, and they're right. A lot of disruption, not a lot of production.
Yeah.
That's who he is. The guy that's always there. Never just...
I think I don't know about this pick. And he's like I said, he's an athlete. He's built, but man, we were just talking about Shamar too. That's crazy.
You should have came to Miami, big dog. Respectfully. Shout out South Florida getting back on the board, though.
Yeah. I'm mad at it.
You always gonna represent for South Florida. Adrian, I agree though. I don't.
So they got Shamar Stewart and Miles Murphy.
Yeah.
Doesn't finish, bro. They gonna have an athletic front, and I mean they still got Hendrickson. Granted, he don't get traded.
Right.
I agree. Talent is there. 100% agree with that.
He's the most physically gifted DN in the draft.
Yeah, the talent was there in high school. Like, you can go watch his high school stuff and what he was doing there, for sure. And that 4.5 is what got him drafted. I'll tell you that right now. 4.59, that 40. Yeah, I mean, but we knew what he was.
Yeah.
See, and that's the thing, Stone. Texas A&M had those two on the same defensive line, and you wouldn't be able to tell. You wouldn't be able to tell.
Just me being selfish as a Miami fan, him and Ruben Bain, like, are you fucking kidding me? Especially not last year Ruben, but that freshman year Ruben Bain, he gave that up to go play for Jimbo.
Yeah,
fucking College Station.
There was
They
like
had-
this much cake left.
They had Walter Nolan and Shamar Stewart, and you wouldn't be able to tell.
No, they had the best defensive line class in the history of
History of football, yeah. And yeah.
The dude, they had the kid from Lakeland, didn't he?
Pops got the dang chain. Y'all see that chain?
Who that?
And those were Jimbo's guys, no? He was part of some of Jimbo's guys.
Yeah, he was Jimbo's guy for sure. Yeah, okay. yes, I would take Jimbo.
That was the first NIL class though. Everybody remembers that. That was the first big money NIL.
Is that his dad? Yeah, who is that? That they interviewed.
That looked like somebody that adopted, said his father, but that looked like maybe someone that adopted him.
Oh no, that's the money man, dog.
Look at his grill. Look at the chain. That's ridiculous.
That's Shamar's hammer, bro. He's the one that pushed Shamar to now.
Ah, got you.
That's his high school coach. Every Miami fan hates that dude.
Okay.
Oh yeah, that's a Florida nigga.
Oh, you can tell that.
In the words
he handled
We
all Shamar.
would have had Shamar if Jimbo just would have stayed.
Man, Jimbo a whole bitch, bro.
I'll take him back right now. I'm with you.
Jimbo got a great job right now.
For free. Paid for nothing.
Jimbo got a great job right now.
All he got to do is look at the bank account every Friday. Oh yeah,
the check's cleared, bro.
Hey,
Jimbo's job is to make sure.
Do you believe that right there, Jurgen?
What?
That comment.
No, I don't.
Okay.
Gray Zabel. Oh, that's a nice pick.
Okay.
Great pick.
That's a nice pick. That's a they need that. I ain't gonna argue with that.
Adrian, when you talking about college defensive linemen, what you expect to see is if you're an elite guy, you jump out year one, then year two, everybody knows you. So were you good enough to defend the fact that everybody knows everything about you?
So here's the better question.
Mm-hmm.
Is Bane an interior guy, or should he be in the inside, or should he stay at the edge?
I don't. So I'm never gonna have an answer because he reminds me of you remember Melvin Ingram that played for the Chargers?
Yeah,
that's what he reminds me of. He's just
Ingram. Don't get me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Ingram was a 3-4 outside rusher, right?
Right. But he could also play the 3 technique. He could also play the 5. So he just went up and down the line. But I think Bane put on too much weight last year. So when I went to Syracuse and I saw Bane, he looked like a 3 technique.
Yeah, no, he put on a lot of weight. Yeah, he put on a lot of weight in sophomore year. I agree with that.
But he wasn't played as a 3 technique. You know? Okay. It goes back to freaking Lance Guidry. Like,
I would take Mark Stoops back as a D coordinator. Mm-hmm. I think FSU's time to hire Mark Stoops has passed. Mm-hmm. Number one, and I think if you even look at Kentucky, I think Kentucky has reached their heights. I think Mark Stoops has reached his pinnacle at Kentucky, and he's gonna just decline from here.
You were supposed to take him in the 20.
Exactly. You were supposed to take Mark Stoops after you fired Willie, right? That's who you were supposed to take.
Remember, I told y'all that's what I thought y'all was gonna get with Stoops.
So I wouldn't taking him now. I think is.
So Jared, what y'all doing, man?
I think it's backtracking. Yeah, what's the Bucks doing right here?
I like the pass rusher out of Boston College a lot, the African. And then
you love them Africans.
But is Will Johnson still on the board?
Yep.
Yeah, Will Johnson's still.
Hello. We need a corner. Bad.
What if Tampa takes Shedeur?
Tampa about to re-up Baker.
Got you.
Hey, it's bad enough Jurgen got to bite his tongue because Baker Mayfield.
Hey, Jurgen hurting over there. Hey, hurting.
Nah, man, Baker
Hey.
said he found Jesus, dog. That's why Baker doing good. So I can't say nothing.
Sure hurting over there, boy.
Nah, Baker found Jesus, dog. He found God. You know
that meme with the mask is a happy face, but the dude behind the mask angry. You think about Baker Mayfield.
And I still be thinking about adding Buddy back to the chat just because of that.
Yeah. Gonna kick his ass right out.
Like, what's your thoughts on Baker Mayfield?
Give him a 5-minute window in which you know I won't be there. Just get his shit off. You know what I'm saying? Then put it come back in and you out of there.
Who got him on their friend list still?
Almighty, it's not I guess you kind of just missing my point, right? It's not about that. I agree with you. Kentucky was nothing before it got there. I think coaches have a window where you strike while the iron's hot. Mark Stoops' window, in my opinion, is closed. That buzz isn't going to be the same if you hire him now. That's just how I feel about it. And Mark Stoops hasn't even shown a desire to leave that school. Weirdly enough, you would think he would have been in the line for other top.
But Finn, that's the point though, is that Mark Stoops is their version of like Joe Paterno. He don't have to do shit. He could be at Kentucky and win 7-8 a year, and everybody's happy. He's the only person to make them somewhat relevant. You know, you got a state in Kentucky is void of football talent. Ohio's right there with Ohio State right around the corner. Tennessee's right there. Penn State's right there. You know, like you have to have somebody that gets it in order to, you know,
he's just that
competitive SEC.
Certain other schools too.
Right.
It's continuity.
Right.
So it's like compete in those competitive regions. So it's like you got a face that's been out there that knows what he's doing.
Right.
It's hard to backtrack and go off of that.
I'm gonna say something a lot of people don't want to hear.
I'm listening.
On your channel, in particular, Pope. Florida State has gotten to a point that might be good enough for some of them.
Say it again.
Some of the Florida State fans, in particular, have gotten to a point where that may be good enough for some of them.
What may be good enough?
That 7 to 8, 9 wins as a program is good enough for some
Jurgen,
people. Like,
what did I say the last stream? And he was like, "Damn, Miami catching strays." But I said in the last stream, I said,
"Yeah, you're right. You're right. Yeah, you're moving. You're moving in that trajectory." Yeah.
2013 is already. That's over a decade ago.
Years away.
Yeah, we are. We're about to. Florida State fans, y'all want to be Nebraska. Y'all want to be that. Y'all want to be the.
We not, bro. It's too much fucking talent in the state of Florida for us to be Nebraska.
It's not about it. Because listen, bro, it's if you've ever read that book, Where's What Happened to My Cheese, right? That's what's happening right now at Florida State, and it's what happened at Miami. You're sitting there and you're saying to yourself, "Now we good because we are who we are." That's basically what the front office's approach is. And that's what Miami was, right? We'll hire a coach, we'll get talent because we're in South Florida, and we'll be good. And it was clear that wasn't good enough after 20 years of doing that same shit. And what Adrian is saying, that you're sliding into that cycle, right? You're approaching that threshold of, okay, it's been 10 years, and we're worse than we've ever been. What now? You know what I'm saying? That's all he's saying. And I would say Florida State is a lot more niche than people give it credit for. The recruiting footprint of Florida State.
When you say niche, what do you mean?
Well, it's the recruiting footprint. It's not as simple as recruiting people in Florida.
Wait. Hold on 1 second. Pause.
Right.
Y'all taking?
Oh, God, that's ugly. Oh no!
Yeah, I didn't see that. I didn't see that one. I don't like that big jerk. I didn't see that one coming.
Oh
dang, boys gearing
Look,
up for the
what
future.
are you doing?
Them boys gearing up for the future, big time. Because you had McMillan came on towards the end of the season last year, no, Jared?
Oh, so does this mean Mike Evans is on the board?
No.
Nah, hell no. No. This is just insurance, bro. This is an
What you think,
insurance.
Stone? You think that's a good pick or no? I think
insurance.
either BG is being sarcastic here or he likes the pick. I don't know. I'm not feeling that pick.
I think this is an insurance pick, but it's a little too early for an insurance pick.
Agreed. And he's not good enough. He's not good enough.
I don't think he's good enough.
He's got Godwin coming off the ankle. You know, Evans.
I'm Trey like it.
You know, I'm not. You know, Evans.
He's not taking nobody's spot.
Yeah, he's not exactly. And then, but you have McMillan that started coming on. So again.
Yeah, he's not pressuring anybody for anybody's spot. Like, so.
I know this is gonna go down as a bad pick, man. I'm gonna tell you right now.
It should have been Will Johnson.
Or Barron, Jahdae Barron is still on the board. Best man corner in the draft. Denver about to get away with murder. Watch. Denver about to get away with murder.
Did the Bucks injury, did wide receiver situation play a factor that big into the decision? That's kind of crazy.
But then why don't you go for a skill set like Golden, something that you don't have? You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm for sure. I'm just curious.
Yeah, no, I know, Keyshawn. I'm just saying, like, if that's the thought process, then at least let me go diversify my room a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. I mean, that's what McVay doing this offseason. He said as soon as they lost, he said he's gonna diversify the receiver room. Yeah. Puka and Cooper do the same thing, and now Puka doing it better than Cooper. So.
Man,
that's why we Ravens.
Maybe I'm tripping, but Jeremiah Smith just got this man drafted.
Yeah,
but maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I'm tripping.
That's what it sounds like.
Because that's.
Halo.
We already know where he.
Halo, I tell this to people all the time. This is one of my number one comparisons for a similar scenario. George Selvey got Jason Pierre-Paul drafted, bro.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. I just
you really want it.
Yes.
Bro, George Selvey, ball, bro, at USF.
Absolutely.
Ball, bro. Pierre-Paul came on 1 year, looked like an athletic freak, bro. And Pierre-Paul first round, George Selvey 6th rounder, bro.
Yep.
Yo.
That's a fact, bro. That's good. That's some good shit. That's a fact.
That's one I always remember. Always remember, bro.
Because he came straight out of JUCO. He came straight out of JUCO to USF. And it was happening.
Touch grass, and they said, "Oh my goodness."
Yeah. That's funny.
That's one I always remember. But to your point, it might be a very similar scenario.
I want to pause because we're coming up at a point where Shador might not go first round.
Oh, for sure.
I think
you have to wait and see who trades in. Somebody's going to trade in.
That's what it's going to take, right?
School. Pitt's the pro. Okay. It's either Pitt or somebody trading in. Yeah.
But as the board stands,
I think Keyshawn said. Who'd you say earlier? Keyshawn was going to trade back up. Cleveland, wasn't it? Cleveland would trade back into the first, or New York? It was either Cleveland or New York.
It was New York. They had it in New York doing that.
It was New York trading back into the first. I think Shador goes number 1 in the first round. I think.
I would be very disappointed if he didn't.
Me too.
Very, very disappointed if he didn't.
So that means we're talking about there being a trade for Cleveland. Cleveland trading in right
or New
now
York.
For the Denver
or New
pick.
York. Listen, to me, New York's in a position where we've got no hope. Our jobs are on the line. We better make some shit shake. That's how I feel about New York.
What's the chances Jacksonville trades in?
None.
Zero.
I just want to be clear. Because that's the perfect world.
For Shador at that.
I'm just saying that's the perfect world.
Bro, Trevor Lawrence, they still committed to Trevor Lawrence.
I put it like this. If Trevor Lawrence continues on this trajectory, he has 2 years left in Jacksonville.
Yep. Agreed.
I think I think this year is make or break for Trevor Lawrence, or it's a wrap.
No. This year will definitely be the make or break. Next year will be we're going to have an open competition.
Okay.
After that, it's.
Oh yeah, they drafted somebody after that. Yeah. Okay. We on the same.
Yeah. The only reason it's even 2 years is because they have money tied up to it.
Yeah, they paid that man.
They paid him. But now it's no longer the same regime that paid him. So
Here's that emotion in your voice. Where's that coming from?
All about connecting with
Congratulations.
John says the Mavericks of the NFL.
I think it's the Giants. I think it's the Giants that jump in.
But somebody does it right here, right?
I mean, that's
Yeah,
Because if you do it to get ahead of Pittsburgh.
How much
Pittsburgh is going to take a quarterback. Pittsburgh
they have to. So it's either they reaching for
So
Jackson Dart
if
or
you're
they
you're trading in right now, which is why Denver's pick has not come in.
No, the
Denver's
pick
in? Oh, okay.
There's also look at Gilly.
Gilly, yeah. Look at Gilly. Where Wallow at?
There's also I had something on my mind for a second there.
What does Denver need?
I don't know, but they might get the best cover corner in the draft, right?
Corner, they really just need.
It says they need a running back. Hampton, right here.
They just need, apparently they love Hampton.
Hampton,
they need
right
to
here.
just like
that's my guy.
They need to add more boost to their skill position. That's all Denver really needs.
Bro, could you imagine Denver getting Barron here, Keyshawn? Are you kidding me?
Oh boy, whoever their D coordinator is going to get a job next year.
You can literally lock up in man. You can lock up in man.
Hello, come on.
Jade and Sertain. We good. Let's blitz. Blitz like a motherfucker. Put some pressure on Patrick Mahomes.
Right, and you can't even really name a Broncos pass rusher.
Them motherfuckers on we. Hey, put Jade and Patrick Sertain out there. They're gonna be good enough.
Exactly.
Is that
good enough?
That's crazy.
There isn't an offensive line that you got to worry about like that in the AFC West.
Nope.
No.
Chargers, Chiefs.
Definitely not the Chiefs. We see
Raiders.
The Chiefs go
None of the motherfuckers. And the only quarterback you really worried about is Pat, and maybe a little bit about Herbert, but.
Oh,
there you go.
They took him.
Hey,
Lock it up. Lock it up.
Hey.
That's Keyshawn's guy.
Click clack.
Listen, boy.
In the slot,
good.
In the slot, dropping the safety, the best person in the draft.
Who them safeties out there?
Don't matter.
I'm just wondering who are they though? But who are they? Because that means
Hufanga. They took Hufanga from Denver.
Oh.
They got Hufanga and Greenlaw from San Fran.
Yeah.
That defense nasty, boy.
That defense nasty.
Hey,
Bo Nix for the ball out. Oh, y'all motherfuckers.
Nah, Bo Nix only need to throw 12 touchdowns because they're going to give up 7 points a game. Are you kidding me? That's
like I said,
crazy.
Bo Nix go ball out.
That might be my favorite pick of the first round so far. Tampa blew it.
Bruh.
Tampa fucking blew it, man. You got Barron on the board.
Tampa blew it, yeah.
Even if they had taken Will, bro.
All right,
this is what
Shador.
This gotta be Shador, bro. Like, if this not Shador, now we looking at another trade somewhere.
And Keyshawn, not just slot. He's your best off-man corner in the draft, and he's your best pure man corner.
Right. You could have put play him at the start, play him in the slot, play him in the safety. Right.
Look at him.
Oh my goodness.
So is he defensive rookie of the year?
Bro, I don't want to say he's Brian Branch, but you could use him in that same way and not really have to worry about what.
I love that, man.
And he's better in coverage. He's better in coverage. Let's not get that.
No, well, Brian Branch isn't terrible.
Yeah, but he could run. This kid can run. Branch can't run like this kid.
You know who I think is underrated? Marcus Williams was an underrated safety and coverage.
Sure. New Orleans and Baltimore, Marcus Williams?
Yeah, that guy. he got that one low light tape, but outside of that man's a baller, bro.
Hey, yo, this gotta be Shador, man. It's gotta be.
It's gotta be.
What? Hey,
Dog, the board
I just wanna be
literally
clear.
the board fell to them, dog. The board fell to them.
I just want to be very clear.
It's got to be Shador.
Pittsburgh is the most racist place he can fucking go to.
Mhm.
If anybody from Pennsylvania or Pittsburgh, I hate to tell you, y'all some racist motherfuckers out there. And that's just what experience and everything I've seen out there. I'd be surprised if they really locked in on Shador being their guy as a fan base.
Well, here's the thing. If it's not Shador, what are you doing? Marion Hampton?
There you go.
Hampton makes sense too.
Could be.
I'm just saying, like, what are you really going to do here?
But I mean,
who's the quarterback?
is the best running back?
That's why I thought Aaron Rodgers made sense.
I talked to him, man.
Well, Aaron Rodgers still available, ain't he? So
Speaking of best free agents available, did anybody sign Asante Samuel Jr.?
Nope.
No, I think he's still out there too.
It happens at some point, like immediately after this draft, right?
Sure. He's gonna be in somebody's camp, and I don't mean that to be like just to be there, but
he's gonna be brought in to be a starter somewhere.
Well, he's made too many like NFL plays. Like I don't know if he's being a starter. I don't know.
Which is why him not being a guy that was signed, I'm just like, what the fuck did you do?
I mean, obviously, it could be expectations in terms of contract. Maybe it's not from the scenario he wants. Hold on.
Wait.
What?
Oh, my goodness.
Whoa.
Oh.
Okay, now Shador's in danger. Unless somebody's trading back in.
And
Shador's in danger right now.
Harmon is a very Pittsburgh Steelers pick, though.
Yes, it is.
He's perfect. He's perfect.
That is exactly what Pittsburgh usually would do.
That is.
You
when
get
Cam Hayward retired, bro.
Yep.
Cam Hayward retired, bro. Go ahead and hop in, boy.
Yeah. Oh no, he's playing nose. He's got to play nose for him. You don't think he's Sean?
That is 100% a Pittsburgh pick.
No, he'll be playing nose, but I think he could do more than play nose.
Oh yeah, no, he can bump out the 3 and 4 for sure. You know that high eye, the inside eye.
But who's supposed to play quarterback, bro?
Who's playing quarterback for that team?
They're gonna figure this out by pick 40. They're gonna figure it out. They have pick 40. But
they Shador Sanders is going to be a Pittsburgh Steeler.
No, because remember, you may be in a situation if you're Pittsburgh, and let's just say this is their opinion. What if Shador, Jackson Dart, who's the other guy? Jalen Milroe, Tyler Shuck. What if they have those guys graded within 20 spots of each other? Right? What if they're within 20 spots of each other on the board? At that point, I'm not pressed for neither of them. You know what I'm saying? Not that I agree. I think Shador should have been gone.
I appreciate you clarifying that, by the way.
Yeah. I think Shador should have been
gone. Whether or not you agree. Shador is clear-cut to me the number 2 QB.
I think Pittsburgh is playing their board, man, honestly. Yeah.
It sounds like so are we all in almost a complete agreement that Shador still goes to Pittsburgh?
Well, at this point, because Pittsburgh didn't pick him, you have to assume that New Orleans, New York, plus Pittsburgh, Cleveland are all still in play, and Cleveland has the ammunition to get back in.
Cleveland
has the ammunition because they got a second this round and their second.
They got a second, fourth, and a first next year.
Pittsburgh has. They don't necessarily have
can move your second
ammunition yet, but they have it in terms of draft capital for next year and what they might get back from comp picks.
Right.
So that they can figure we can offer up something now and know we're going to get a little bit more next year.
So the Browns in particular have 33, 35. I'm sorry, 33 and 36.
Am I back? Can y'all see and hear me?
Yeah, we see you, bro.
All right.
They have 33, 36, and 67. 33 and 67 move them up to pick 25 if they want. Easy.
I think 36 and 67 moves you up to pick 35.
Yep.
You know, I don't think this is.
I think somebody pressures them for that 33 though. Somebody presses I need that day one. I need day two pick.
But who says that your quarterback isn't sitting at 33?
He is.
Yep. That's a sweet.
Now I think the pressure comes from, hey, I got this offer in my bag.
Yeah, no. I think honestly, correct me if I'm actually just sit. What this tells me is that you don't believe Shador is that far off from the rest of the pack. Right?
Yeah, so I'm willing to take Dart. I'm willing to take Ewers. I'm willing to take Milrow.
And then also Cleveland is in the controlling seat right now, and you either force Pittsburgh to use more or you force New York to use more, right? Well, I sit back, keep all my assets, and I still get a quarterback.
Cleveland's in a great position.
Yeah.
Yes, they are. Yes,
they're in the best position, which is why that trade down now makes a little more sense. And I think we missed that initially.
Right.
When we were like looking at like, what the fuck are y'all doing? Like, all right, Mason Graham was like a whatever pick, but what are y'all doing? Whereas this situation, this looking like, what's that movie? The draft movie?
The draft, yeah.
Yeah, it's looking like they made the right move. Because they can get their QB of the future with this pick. Like, still, they can still grab their QB of the future. They can end up with two guys that everybody in here almost consensusly agrees are top 10 to 15 guys. Am I off base with saying that, Alo?
No,
I don't think so.
Keyshawn?
No.
Yeah,
so I kind of want to see this pick for LA though.
The idea that Travis Hunter is getting Shador drafted is bullshit, bro. You've been saying a lot of bullshit ass comments, and that's cool because everybody has their takes. But Almighty fan, that's bullshit, bro. No, stop. Like seriously, if you don't like them, that's cool. Like I'm all for not liking players. There's motherfuckers out there I don't like. But don't bullshit these guys out of what they've accomplished and what they've done, bro.
So let's Emeka Egbuka is the worst pick for the first round.
Terrible.
You think so?
My God.
You think so?
Oh yeah.
It's Dallas took the cheap route out. Who took the tight end first?
The Colts. That's a better pick than Egbuka.
Yeah, because it serves a need.
Right.
Colston
Loveland to Chicago was the first tight end.
You know where I think Quinn Ewers. You know what? I think Quinn Ewers seems like a Indianapolis Colt to me, dog.
Yep.
Something about him seems like.
Well, that's gonna send a message to Anthony Richardson.
But when are we talking about them taking him? You don't take him at 45.
No. I don't know about 45. And then when is the runoff quarterback gonna start too?
If you're taking him at pick 80, yeah, that's cool. But you got other holes to take somebody at 45. Or if you trade out of 45, then I understand that.
Shador boy, this ain't the part of the draft your name gonna be called at, homeboy.
Yeah, it's really not. It's really not.
Hey, but you want to know what? I think this should put a chip on his shoulder, man. Do something about it.
So this is what I'm going to tell you I find interesting.
Well, he plays like that anyway.
But this is going to be likely the first QB battle he has to go win. And I'd be
so that's going to be yes, that's a great dynamic. Since he's been in college, he's been handed the keys.
It is
everywhere
in high school. Shit, what you mean?
Yeah, true.
Probably since Pee Wee, he's been the guy.
He's never had a QB battle. His first and probably only QB battles with Shiloh.
So he's gonna have to go somewhere, probably sit.
Right.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if he won the battle.
Are the Rams? I mean, is the Chargers?
I think Chargers
trading?
should be trading out right here, but Will Johnson is an appropriate pick here.
They need a corner. I mean, that's a Michigan man. Harbaugh was there.
Yeah. Makes sense.
It's a good pick for them. The pick is in on y'all end, right? Because I'm at 1 minute. Like, what the fuck is going on?
The pick's in for me.
Yeah.
That means I'm less than 3 minutes behind y'all.
Yeah, some China man up there singing.
Almighty fan, my opinion is not be all end all, but I just happen to have an opinion that yours is bullshit. I mean, and it's okay. I and that's with all due respect. Like, it's my opinion that yours is bullshit, and you think mine is bullshit.
Don't feel
that's
bad.
cool.
Don't feel bad. Almighty fan, don't feel bad. He don't like when we talk about Shaduri. He don't like when we talk about Dion period.
Oh, I hate that. It's funny, man.
But to talk about Shador going as a 3rd round pick is wild. If you evaluate Shador as a 3rd round pick in this draft, you're full of shit, bro. You don't like him, and that's cool. You just don't like him.
I am kind of perplexed, though. I thought somebody would jump in and get him.
It is still
well. I'm about to say first round's not done, so don't. And then you got some teams, that might.
Yeah.
And by the way,
like Minnesota, who's the quarterback at Minnesota?
They either going with JJ or Rodgers.
Yeah, they got JJ McCarthy. By the way, Almighty fan, bro. Like I said, everything was with all due respect, bro. Like, I appreciate you being here and speaking up and saying what you gotta say.
That's my guy. There's my guy.
That's a Jim Harbaugh pick, sir.
There's my guy.
Jim Harbaugh pick, sir.
That's a good running back.
That is player and position matching, boy.
Boy.
Woo. Boy, that's a sweet spot.
That's a top 2 pick in my fantasy draft. That's a top two rounds for picking my fantasy draft.
Bro, that pick right.
He going 2nd round. If he there in 2nd round, I'm taking him. Like,
hey boy.
Matter of fact, I take him over Genty in a fantasy draft.
Keyshawn, do we have
like I said, he was my number 1.
1,600 yards this year.
What happened?
We got Hampton running for 1,600 yards this year.
He might.
I got him for 1,350.
He might realistically touch 15. Man.
I got him at 1,350.
I mean, he's more physically gifted than Genty, so that was kind of my separation between them.
He's faster. He's more faster. Like,
hold on. What do we mean by physically gifted? More like physically.
I think he means in terms of size, because
size, athleticism. Like he's.
I think he's more physically imposing than Genty for sure. Because Genty's contact balance is fucking crazy.
I said that. Like that's
we said that. That's when Genty went. We hands down. We said contact balance was off the charts.
Yeah,
I think Genty's best traits: contact balance, lateral agility, top end, acceleration to top speed. It's probably his 3 best traits.
Getting to his top speed is like now his top speed ain't Hampton's.
No, well, but he gets there in 2 or 3 strides.
Well, so Montre, that's not saying much, but yes, Hampton's my guy.
What are we saying though?
Hampton's my guy. Hampton's been running back 1 for me. He's been my running back 1 in this draft since Jump Street.
Hampton went to a great situation. I feel like that offensive line is a good situation too.
I think Gentry's that guy.
That offensive line for the Chargers, as far as running the football, is great too. It's a great situation.
Keyshawn, remember Joe Alt this week?
Oh.
But he said Joe Alt
because you only did 20 reps on the bench.
Yeah.
Jared, if I'm trading for a running back in Madden, it's Hampton.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's, height, weight, speed.
Jared, you sound like you don't like Hampton, bro.
I don't like him over Genty. I don't like him over Genty.
I mean, his physical attributes I take over Genty's, though.
It's fine. I still take Genty.
You think what he's produced is just beyond what Hampton has done?
I don't. This is like, how I put it.
Honestly, go ahead, Jared. Go ahead.
When Pierre, so my buddy Pierre Garçon, when he was at Mount Union, he broke every record there is, right? And niggas said, "Oh, it's because he's out Mount Union." Do you know how good you have to be to break records like that? You know what I'm saying? And then obviously he had the physical skill set to go with it. I think if Genty was playing at Miami, you know what I'm saying, or Bama or one of these guys, could have been untouchable. He would have won a Heisman, right? I think he's that talented. I just think you're looking at.
I think Genty's that guy. I just think Hampton's a better pro prospect.
Hampton's height, weight, speed is going to match the NFL a little bit better than Genty. I would agree with that. Because
I think the top end speed is what decides it.
Sure.
One of my, I guess we could say, fears for Genty is usage in college.
That's true. I would agree.
That's a big one, Keyshawn, for sure.
You want me to tell you the truth? I think that's the reason why, and I factor in injuries as well, why Adrian Peterson is one of the GOATs of all time.
I think he's a GOAT. What do you mean?
AD?
When I say GOATs, I say top 5. The GOATs are top 5.
You can't argue that.
Adrian Peterson, top 5 running back. It's an argument. I don't think it's solid. I think it's an argument.
I think it would be an argument if he didn't play, if he didn't have the wear and tear and the injuries that he had.
Hold up.
But that counts though, Terrence. That's my
issue. Dog.
Because I can say that about
I
can say that about Tracy
This is
McGrady.
open conversation. Go ahead.
Who's actually better than Adrian Peterson? Who's actually better? No question.
So before we
you
go,
want me to name my top 5?
Time out. That's not what I asked.
Time out. Before we go down this route, who was a better running back or who was more talented? Because
talent and better running back is different.
Because we do this in basketball a lot.
Yeah.
Like when we talk about Tracy McGrady or we talk about the Grant Hills, like.
Bro, Green Bay's crowd is crazy, bro.
AP had everything.
This crowd for
that you would build a running back to be.
Okay, so let's pause for a second.
Okay.
With all this wear and tear that Adrian Peterson had, he is the 5th all-time rushing leader. He's number 5 all-time. Right?
He is shit.
He's 5th all-time leader.
5 all-time.
Yes. I didn't know that.
Yes. So again, who is actually better?
He has a league MVP. He has a league MVP in the QB era, essentially.
Right.
All right. So maybe I picked the wrong guy.
No, I still think it's a conversation because I start talking about running backs. Like, okay, you say who's 5 better? All right.
So we already. I think everybody here throws Barry.
Walter Payton. Walter Payton.
I'm gonna give you Walter.
Bro,
one of my favorites is Eric Dickerson.
Same here. No. I'm an Eric Dickerson guy.
Eric Dickerson guy.
I'm the same way too.
And the thing for me about Eric Dickerson is the similarities between him and Adrian Peterson
they're almost the same player. Wow.
Like that's my dog pissed off right now.
I'm Adrian Peterson. You can say they're in the same.
LaDainian Tomlinson.
LT. You take Adrian over LT?
LaDainian Tomlinson.
As clearly better?
Are you? I'm asking. Are you?
No.
Adrian Peterson's better than LaDainian Tomlinson?
No, Nick, bro, what?
Oh, okay.
LT. So we taking LT.
So we taking LT then.
Bro, y'all remember they literally just used to turn around. This is all a quarterback in Minnesota had to do. Take the ball, turn around, and boom. It wasn't
That
no
nigga took
scheme.
Tavares Jackson to the playoffs, bro.
Come on, bro. We talk about Adrian Peterson, bro.
Peterson is better than LaDainian Tomlinson.
So you got AP
Yes.
over LT.
I don't.
Okay.
Adrian,
I don't-
LaDainian Tomlinson
I don't
has
think-
the better season.
I don't
I
think
don't
He has
think
the
that-
better
I
individual
don't
season.
think
that's
it's as
cut and
clear
dry,
cut
bro.
as you're
Yeah,
saying.
I agree. I don't think that's cut and dry.
But,
Okay.
but that's the point. But so to the point though, it's not as cut and dry. I will give you that Barry Sanders is clearly better. I will give you that Walter Payton is clearly better. LT Dickerson, don't say OJ Simpson. Please don't say OJ Simpson.
I wasn't
It's
going.
tough not, bro.
I wasn't
It's tough
going
not
to say
to, bro.
OJ.
I'm just making
No. Let me stand up for OJ for a second. He ran for 2K in 14 fucking games.
No, I get it. I get
But
it.
it's not too many guys out there like that's doing that. Like he had 2K in 14 games. I don't care when you talking about it happened but I'm sorry. It's hard to just dismiss that, bro.
And I was just gonna bring up this individual, Marshall Faulk.
That's bad, man.
I don't think he's clearly better. No.
I don't have him in my top 5 though.
So that's what I'm saying. So when we start really digging, I don't know, bro. I don't know if AD's top 5 is my point.
But Adrian, what I'm saying is, you can't tell me that there are 5 that are clearly better than him.
Clearly better. Okay. Then
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Is what you're looking at is you have Barry Sanders, you have Walter Payton, and
what,
then
Jim
you have
Brown?
this big group, right?
It's a big group of like Earl Campbell, Eric Dickerson, Jim Brown, Emmitt Smith, and Marshall Faulk, and those guys. I get what he's saying.
That's
But
fair.
then
And
that's all I'm saying. But we're not going to exclude him from that top 5.
No, I'm
By
not.
the way, I want people to stop. I mentioned his name earlier. People need to stop disrespecting Thurman Thomas as well.
Are we disrespecting him?
I believe so, bro.
I don't think so, sir.
I think that's where the Marshall Faulk model comes from, the Christian McCaffrey model comes from. Those types of guys. That's what that
Got to
model
be
comes
Will Johnson. No, this got to be Will Johnson at Green Bay.
Green Bay?
Probably.
I'm guessing because Jair might be out.
I mean, we can have
Oh,
a
you
good
think so?
conversation about running backs, though. That's for sure.
It's open to discussion, absolutely, bro.
That's
And
true.
I'm not saying it's some definitive.
Here's
You know
an
what I mean?
important question: is Frank Gore top 20?
Top 20? Sure.
I don't know, but
I can have a conversation about.
That's tough.
I can have a conversation
I
about.
don't know.
That's tough.
The longevity matters.
The longevity
does
matters.
matter. It does. But
That's
Did he ever have an individual season that you would go?
that stood out like, oh my
Yeah,
god, that's that
probably
guy.
not.
Whereas I can name 20
No,
different
Clinton
guys.
Portis had a run.
yes,
Clinton
Portis had about a
Portis.
3-4 year run.
So my thing is,
Sean,
when we
that's
talk
shocking
about
too, by the way.
we're
That's
talking
golden.
about him. We're
That's
talking
golden.
about Matthew
Sorry.
Golden.
Golden in Green Bay.
That's
Yeah, Golden
weird.
in Green Bay. Yeah.
That's weird.
Interesting.
That's
I
weird.
guess Christian Watson hasn't been able to stay healthy consistently. So,
That's
but
weird.
again, a bit of a reach. Could
Talking
have got
to,
way more value at that pick.
talking to a
I thought he'd be available early second
Longhorn
round.
fan right here, right?
I thought he'd be early second round.
Yeah, talking to,
Yeah.
So listen,
that 4.29.
I wanted to just to be clear on my projection of Frank Gore. I put him in that CJ2K that Steven Jackson, Jamal Anderson realm, and he might be on the higher end because of his longevity. What?
Steven Jackson is better than Frank Gore.
Yes.
All right, pause it.
Let's
So
stop
is
that.
Jamal? What about Jamal Anderson?
Let's stop that.
No.
Jamal had that.
Steven Jackson has
Steven
a
Jackson's
body
be-
of work.
Yeah, Steven Jackson
And,
has a body.
and if I was playing football tomorrow with both of them in their prime,
Terrell Davis. All right, I agree.
Steven
But I'm
Jackson.
saying that's the realm that he's in.
I don't. What we're talking about is how good he was, right? So if you're looking at career, Frank Gore has to be a first ballot Hall of Famer. You can't. I don't care which way you slice it. If I
Okay.
finish top 3 all time in rushing yards, I'm going first ballot. You can't
I
tell me
agree.
that, right? But if we're talking about being good at football, right? I could find 20 running backs that were better than Frank Gore. I might be able to find you 30.
Which brings in the Derrick Henry part. If we're talking about top 20, Frank Gore is not. I don't know. I don't know if he sneaks into the top 20.
It's a conversation, though.
That's what I'm saying. I don't think he's
because
top 20.
Is Derrick Henry better than AP? In the next couple of years, we gonna find out.
Derrick Henry ain't better than AP.
Derrick Henry dropped 2K this year.
He's not better than
what
AP.
we doing? He dropped 15 to 1,800.
Jurgen is coming from, and he's coming
an elitist.
No, he's coming from that mode of what Adrian Peterson is as a talent. And
I'm looking at a football player.
Don't get me. He's looking at the talent. Like I said, football. Adrian Peterson from day one at Oklahoma.
Yes, bro.
18,000 yards. Like,
yes,
man-child was the best player on the
He's
field.
the best guy I ever seen in college football at running
back. So I understand what Jurgen is saying when he's talking about Adrian Peterson. Just as a football player, you looked at him and you said, whoa, that's something we haven't seen in 20 years.
Right.
So here's another question. Like, we're talking about top 20. There's 3 guys right now that are top 20 all time.
In the NFL right now? Running back?
Yeah.
Okay, I would like to hear their names.
Derrick Henry, Saquon Barkley, and Christian McCaffrey.
Saquon? No. Fuck no.
No.
No. No.
And all right, so pause. Saquon is a projection.
Don't let last year.
Saquon is a projection.
Saquon just had one of the best seats. If Saquon finishes as a 14,000 yard guy, he's going to be actually. I would argue Saquon has 2 more really elite seasons, and you're going to talk about him being a Hall of Fame. Right.
I think that's easy. That's right? Cake. That's cakewalk for him.
But top 20. So if you go through that list, we started with Barry Sanders, then Walter Payton. Then you said Eric Dickerson. Then you said Marshall Faulk. Then you said LT. Then you said Adrian Peterson.
I'm out. And I'm going to finish. But here's the problem with Saquon, right? He just had one of the best seasons. I got it. But he also has in 2020, because he's hurt, 34 total rushing yards the whole season.
There you go.
2021, 500. Like, no, we can't.
There you go.
No.
There you go.
He's had too many injuries. And he's no. Now I'll tell you somebody. I'll let you go. I think that was Keisha.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll tell you somebody who is super slept on. He's one of my favorite football players that we don't talk about, who should break that top 20, and that's Curtis Martin.
Sure.
Ooh, top 6 rusher.
That's Curtis Martin.
He right outside the top 5.
You talking about consistent 1,000-yard seasons? Go look at Curtis Martin.
Sure.
And then we're talking about Marshawn Faulk, Edgerrin James, Marcus Allen, Thurman Thomas. And if y'all try to leave
Saquon don't crack that.
Bro,
Saquon don't
I
crack
hear
that.
you. I hear you.
Now,
But I'm saying Derrick Henry ends up top 10 at the end of his career.
Would maybe crack that top 20. And
I don't think Derrick Henry ends up top 10.
He might end up. What do you mean? He's 19th right now.
No, you're right. No, he's 1,000 yards away.
He's 3,000 yards away from top 5.
He's 1,000 yards away.
Who's that third
If you want to talk about him top 20, then fine. That's
but
fine.
he's 3,000 yards away from being top 5 all time in rushing yards.
You're right.
You don't think he gets that? He gets it in Baltimore.
I got you.
But I don't know if he gets it.
You said
I don't know if he gets
that.
You said
I don't know. I don't know until he does it. We have to agree on that.
All right. So, and then just to be clear, Tony Dorsett and Jim Brown are outside the top 10 in rushing yards.
Hold on. You said Saquon, Derrick Henry, and who? You said there were 3.
Christian McCaffrey.
That's another guy that's been injury prone. I don't.
How do you feel about? I'm all like. I feel like those are 3 guys who are there.
McCaffrey's unique because he does so much. I don't mind.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, New York Giants traded back in.
There you go.
There you go.
Here we go.
Giants traded back in to 25.
Minnesota?
Here's Shador.
This is
Shador right here.
No. It was whoever picked after Minnesota. I don't know who was at 25.
Oh.
Yeah, Houston.
Hey,
which
Doc.
is smart because Minnesota's
listen,
not
bro.
taking
And Houston got a quarterback.
If this is Jackson
Dart, that's what.
Boy, oh my God, bro. If this is Jackson Dart, bro, I'm gonna go crazy, bro. But what did I say earlier? But what I say earlier, them boys have to save their job with this pick. They got to save their job with this pick. Real shit.
It got to be.
There's no way.
Gotta be.
Yeah, there's no way you walk out of here without a quarterback.
Yeah, there's got to be Shador. It damn sure better not be Jackson Dart. I'll tell you that.
You take Jackson Dart, you're really putting your job on this.
Oh, you are.
You're putting your next job on this.
Hey, New York better have. Who's the king of New York?
You
Jalen
take Jackson
Brunson?
Dart, you're putting your next job on this.
Who's the king of New York? Jalen Brunson, Carl Anthony Towns, or Shador Sanders?
Shador.
Or is it still Aaron
Shador
Judge?
walk into that situation, he's the king of New York.
Only because Cat is a cornball. If Cat wasn't a cornball, he's the best pro athlete in New York. Well, maybe Aaron Judge might be.
So how do y'all feel about the Vikings just taking a guard though? Like,
they have to rebuild the interior of the line. That's all.
Okay.
They've made that. No, that was a thing for them going into this offseason. Interior offensive line was their biggest issue.
Hey, so our Rams take Will Johnson, right?
Our Rams.
Yeah, me, POLK, and
we Rams.
Y'all picked that pick 8. You picked that pick 8, bro.
We picking right now.
Rams
up after the Giants.
No,
Rams pick out of the Giants. What you talking about? I'm a Jared Verse and Braden Fisk fan, sir.
Facts. So
what are you talking about?
We are Rams fans over here, my guy.
A lot of switching up going on today.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Ain't no switching up for me. I don't have a pro football team anyway. So I'm a free agent most of the time. So I'm a Rams fan until further notice. Until Florida State actually.
I just want to see my guys succeed, man. That's all.
I used to be a Bucs fan, but y'all ain't do Jameis. You ain't do Jameis right. I don't care what you say.
Excuse me, I'm not here for that.
Of course you're not. You didn't like the pick from the beginning.
No.
You didn't like Jameis Winston being your quarterback from the gate.
You're not listening.
Okay.
You're not listening.
All right, say what you guys.
When I criticize Tampa for having 2 of the worst drafts in league history,
now I will say this. In that same draft, I will say this. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jurgen. In the same draft, wasn't it a Royal they took in the 2nd or 3rd round?
So we got Mike Evans and Jameis Winston the next year.
Jameis Winston, yep.
Right? The year after that was the Laramie Tunsil fall. And we said, no, we want fat and slow Vernon Hargraves.
We got Hargraves.
So we passed on a all-pro left tackle. Okay? After already drafted an all-pro.
Aguayo, you mean? You said Aguayo.
The year after that, we trade out of the first round. We take the Spence kid, the DN from Youngstown State. Noah Spence. And then we took Aguayo. And y'all call me a hater.
No,
y'all call me a hater.
But what did y'all take Vita Vea? And the year before that, y'all
then the year after
y'all took
that,
Vita Vea over
instead of Derwin James.
Terrence, and I'm a brand new Bucks fan because of Jameis. And me, Jurg, and Mike on the I think we was on PlayStation. We was
bro. Yes.
We on the PlayStation in a group chat just talking. And I'm like, what are we doing?
Bro,
you're doing nothing for Jameis. Nothing.
Hey, remember, Adrian, I was there. We was on the mic. We was on the mic, and I said we can get our franchise receiver, quarterback, and left tackle in 3 straight drafts.
I remember vividly the Tunsil draft because we were sitting there like, I can't believe Tunsil's falling to us. Because
bro.
He had the whole controversy with the gas.
Yes, bro.
I think I was there for that.
Bro, I don't know if you were.
I turned off the damn chat.
I
remember the chat. I remember our chat.
Me and Judge were like, hell yeah, we finna get Tunsil the block for James.
Hey, why the fuck can y'all not draft right, bro?
We was set because
I feel like that's a consistent thing, bro.
Y'all
just fuck up with the draft.
We took Vernon Hargreaves, bro.
Vernon Hargreaves came in at 205 at the combine and ran 4.55. And he's supposed to cover Julio Jones at 5'11", 205, running 4.55. That's why you took him.
And y'all might as well say traded for Benet Benwickery.
Man,
but they gave up. Hey, Benet Benwickery gave up 300 yards to that motherfucker.
All right, y'all. Giants pick is in.
Ah, it's hot, dog.
If it's Jackson Dart, I'm a.
Hey, we can end the chat after that. We can end it.
Yeah, that might be the end of it.
Watch it be Tyler Shuck. Watch it be Tyler Shuck or some shit. I'll be out of here,
Why
boys.
should be Jalen Milrow, bro?
Boy, you're really gonna see what the Giants are gonna do.
That's a good move for them. The trade that they made is not bad.
But okay.
Depending on who they pick.
Who blocking for him?
Oh no way!
That's why Jalen Milrow is a legit.
Nah, I think it's Dart.
Bro, it gotta be Dart.
You see what I'm saying, Dart?
We would not be showing this picture of Shador right now.
Hold on. Here come.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh my god!
Oh shit!
They did it!
Shit.
They did it!
Shit.
They did it!
Shit.
You knew they would.
Oh my god!
Jake Paul
Oh man, I'm glad I muted for that because if y'all had heard my instant reaction to that, oh my god! You gotta be fucking kidding me!
Hey, what I say? Cleveland's gonna walk out the winner of this thing. Y'all watch. Cleveland's gonna walk out the winner of this
about
thing.
to win this draft
because they're not gonna overspend. They're gonna get what they want, what they needed, their price point, and leave with more than they came with.
Yes, sir.
Then that little girl had Down syndrome. Boy.
So
you traded back up for Jackson Dart.
But this is the issue. This is the issue. Watching Jackson Dart play college football.
What about that makes you think he's better than Shador?
Listen. No, you're not letting me talk.
I'm sorry.
The college
said good night.
The system that he
look
played
at
in
Rams. What I
is a
said,
lot
Rams
better
gonna trade
than
out.
he is, bro.
Rams traded back with Atlanta.
Atlanta's probably going to get Johnson. But what I'm saying is,
Will Johnson, yeah, that's a Will Johnson.
Jackson Dart's system is way better than he is, right? So I don't know what the evaluation on Dart is. What do you see in Jackson Dart? Because that Lane Kiffin offense is sideline to sideline, vertical shots outside the numbers, vertical shots on early down in the middle of the field, and the screen game. You get what I'm saying? There's no layered passing game. Like I'm pretty shocked. I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm pretty shocked on that one, dog. Look at this. I mean, he could throw it.
The talent's there, bro, but
he could throw it.
You know, the NFL is way different.
Hey, but to be real though, and this I'm not trying to like grass is greener on the other side thing. If I'm him, if I'm Shador, I really don't want to be in New York. I don't care what y'all say.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
You know, so let me fall to second to New Orleans. Let me fall to go play for Stefanski. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to be in New York. This whole regime is out the door. I'm telling you right now, they're gone.
Yep.
They're gone. You know?
The likelihood of them being around past this year is slim. So take your chances with them likely being gone.
Dart's gonna have to win Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Williams.
And I mean, not just that. Look at it like this. The Steelers are gonna get at least at worst a 5th round comp pick for Russell Wilson. If Jackson Dart doesn't live up to his billing and Russell Wilson ends up playing and having a good season, Steelers are gonna end up getting a 3rd round pick for Russell Wilson. So
here I thought Jameis would have a chance in New York. What was that?
Yeah, right.
What?
What was that thinking? They brought Jameis in to be the 3rd string quarterback.
Boy, if I'm James, James is just there to do the leadership huddles, bro. Like,
that's crazy.
Hey, don't worry, James is gonna be a fan favorite real soon. Don't worry.
Oh yeah.
Rams pick up a first next year.
Ooh.
The Rams did what?
Got a 2026 first round pick. That's big time.
And they picked up a second.
Unless Atlanta think they about to win something.
They picked up a second.
Y'all fucking with me, right?
Who did Atlanta pick? Jalen Walker. So this got to be corner. Is this a cornerback pick?
They traded back in for Will, y'all think?
For Will, I mean, Will's a good pick, but Am I missing something?
Well, I like how the Rams did
Traded
that.
back in, so I don't know what.
I like that, Rams. I like
Is
that.
there somebody I'm missing?
No, I mean it's probably Will Johnson.
It gotta
I
be
would
Will
assume.
Johnson.
Is it James Pierce?
Can't be a running back.
Is it James Pierce?
Tight end.
With the 26th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Atlanta Falcons select James Pierce Jr.
Bro.
James Pierce.
Wow.
You called it.
They needed an edge, but damn.
But
They went double edge, man.
Yeah,
They ain't
did.
playing.
Damn.
They ain't playing.
It's like we for the rush this fucking passer, like
Yeah, bro, because they've like last year, bro. They had like at one point they had like 10. Yo, the rest of the league is minimum 25 sacks. They had like 10. They
a Walker
pass
and
rush has
Pierce.
been lacking.
Bruh, a Panther fan, ain't that something?
Say what?
It says he grew up a Panther fan.
I mean,
He's from Charlotte.
bro, they got 2 first round. Like they got a first round next year and an early second this year.
I think the Rams are going to end up winning this draft too, Keyshawn.
No, listen, the Rams didn't have a second this year because of Fisk. So
Yeah,
Hey,
they were
question.
they were picking
Would the Rams
26.
fix the door?
No, well, I don't
You
know.
said no real
It
quick.
wouldn't-
Like
I mean,
But
Stafford ain't
I
gonna
say
be
you-
around too much longer.
Stafford
maybe
got 2 to 3 years left.
Yeah, something like that. Realistically,
So Shadur it wouldn't make a little bit of sense. Though the issue I think is Dion ain't letting Shadur sit for 2 or 3 years.
there you go.
That's the
there,
issue.
you know,
Dion, that's
And
not
then-
happening. They're not letting him sit for 2 or 3 years.
that goes back to Jurgen's old saying of the backup QB drawing more attention than the starting QB.
Oh yeah.
And it's
I
gonna
think
you know,
Matt Stafford is the one guy you can argue he wouldn't take attention away.
Yeah,
from.
so for sure.
There's
So
probably
it-
like 6 to 7
you-
guys that he wouldn't.
you
take
can't
attention.
you can't bring him in behind Tua, right?
no.
Hell no.
You can bring him in behind Stafford, but not Tua.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
again,
for a year,
yeah. No,
maybe
possibly
maybe two, but after
because
that,
this is the equivalent of Jordan Love waiting behind A-Rod. Nobody cared because A-Rod's there, right?
what is Jordan Love? This is Shadur, like that
No,
last
I'm-
name. That last
But
name.
I'm saying, but you're sitting behind a Hall of Famer. You're not
Yes, sir.
just, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, Stafford is a Hall of Famer.
He's gonna get in.
He's Super Bowl winner, bunch of yards.
Bro, that
Yeah,
last
yeah.
name and who his daddy is and the stuff that we know Dion isn't scared to say, you're not sitting Shadur for 2 or 3 years.
You know
Yeah,
what?
there's
though?
some media control that's in play there.
You might
But
sit
this
him
is-
here
but this is
for a
the first
year.
time, though. Adrian, this is the first time that Dion clearly doesn't have as much influence as we thought. Right?
Antoine said we getting Arch, y'all.
We
that-
said
Who getting arched for what? The Rams?
We gotta replace Stafford eventually, bro. We are Rams fans around here, bro. What are you talking about?
Ah! Let's go.
I can't wait till verse.
This is a really interesting pick because this is Will
Vikings.
Johnson. To
Hey,
me.
Jared, check your ass up.
Is this not Will Johnson right here?
I think it seems like a very Baltimore pick.
I was just about. That's a Baltimore pick. That's a
Yeah.
Baltimore pick. Will Johnson. Baltimore.
Arguably the best player in the draft at pick
That-
27.
And there's no like normally you look at Baltimore, you go, okay, who's the top D lineman on the board? Well, I don't really see that being a value
If
right
not,
here.
you go. If you're not going offensive lineman, you're going Will
That
Johnson.
too. Baltimore known for taking them trenches.
if the Carolina Panthers are the definition of hustling backwards, Baltimore is the definition of hustling forwards.
Yeah, for sure.
Absolutely.
Why?
Absolutely.
They figure that shit out.
They
They figure that they got everything like damn. And why you had to say it like that, bro? You didn't have to bring up old shit.
So New York sends the Texans pick 34, pick 99, and a third rounder in 26.
For Jackson fucking Dart. That's crazy. That's crazy.
And
That's crazy.
Jurgen, the funny thing is, you look at Houston. 2 years ago, Houston needed a whole lot. Right now, they don't need a lot.
It's just and they're gonna buy. I guarantee you, both their second round picks, interior offensive line. Guaranteed.
Oh, for
One
sure.
tackle, one
They
interior
they
offensive line.
they getting the fattest, most athletic spread. Guard, center, guard. Bro. They ain't playing.
Hey,
Right.
I got a question. What do y'all think Detroit needs?
They're
Um,
probably gonna go. They're probably gonna go lineman, dog.
if I'm
Or
Detroit,
maybe,
yeah, I'm saying I'm addressing
That's
addressing line.
that's what I'm
line.
thinking. Offensive line, but who?
or maybe pass rusher. You could because Hutchinson went down last year and it kind of hampered your team
That hurt him. So you talking
to
about
a
either
big
Mike
extent.
Green
Oh, Mike
or
Green's still on
maybe
the board. Green,
the
he
BC
was
guy, the
touted.
one that Adrian not Adrian, Jared
Oh
Who's
yeah,
that?
the dude at the Boston College.
the Boston College guy
What's funny? He's from down the street from me. Here in
from
Williamstown.
us or you?
No, for me.
Oh, he at Williamstown.
Yeah,
Well, you know
they
he
don't
done
they don't
moved
do
and
football
shit.
big out
So
here. They don't even do football big out here like that. I was shocked when I saw it.
yeah,
I hope the Ravens get Will Johnson, man.
I don't. I see that's where they're going.
It's Will Johnson and my boy Nate Wiggins, boy.
What the heck?
But like
Man,
I
put your
said,
shirt down.
I'm not surprised if I see Nick, the boy Nick from the Carolina Gamecocks.
Can we
go there.
talk? Can we talk a little bit about? Is Jerry? Are you froze? Or are you? I think Jerry froze.
Yeah, he got no.
Hold on,
He
no.
is definitely.
No, he's not froze. He's doing something. I just want to talk about
There's
Jackson
something going on
Dart
with the
here.
sound.
Jackson Dart. What
Wow.
are we seeing there? Is it just the measurables that NFL teams?
He could run a little bit. He could throw the ball downfield accurately.
I think
That's all I got. That's all I got.
His ceiling is Justin Herbert.
Oh, you don't hear me, Alo?
No, I hear you.
I hear you.
Okay.
What's his floor?
I feel like I hear.
His floor? Ooh wee. His floor to me.
I don't know, fucking Kyle Bowler. I don't know.
I was just about to say
He could throw the ball. I mean,
He
he's
could be
accurate.
fucking terrible.
Jimmy Clausen. Like that's his
He could be Ryan Tannehill for all I care.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
His
But
floor is
I don't
bad.
see-
Put it
I
that
don't-
way. His floor is bad.
I don't see. Pro
Hey, who
Bowl.
is this?
Malachi
Oh, wow.
Starks.
Okay.
Oh wow.
Okay.
They still went
Very
secondary.
Baltimore pick. Very Baltimore pick.
But you know what? They use Kyle Hamilton. They bring Hamilton down so much.
Yep.
They need somebody to go back.
I actually love this pick. I
Yep.
thought it would be Nick.
Oh, there it
South
goes.
Carolina.
Dr. Umar. Dr.
Yeah, I thought
Umar.
it would be him, but I'm not mad that it's Malachi. Malachi's
Jurgen, they were strong in the first half, Jurgen. They were strong in the first half. I like that one. I like that one though. I like that's a Ravens.
Hey,
That's a
Polk,
Ravens pick.
is it my mic? Whose mic is
Oh
doing
no,
it?
I'm trying to feel. Yeah, I hear some.
I hear it, but I know I saw you muted me, but I don't know if
I was
that was
muting
my
everybody
mic.
just to see who it was, but I muted everybody. Maybe it's mine. Is it mine?
I still hear it.
Yeah. Okay. So it's not my mic. I don't know where that's coming from. I'm sorry for that, y'all. If y'all still in the chat listening to us, I don't know where that's coming from, and I'm trying to. Bro, I still hear it. I muted everybody just to see if I could cancel it. I still hear it. So I don't know where that noise is coming from.
So I don't know if you guys saw the audio of Shamar Stewart's handler.
Y'all keep talking. I'm gonna.
But of course, he mentions University of Miami. His kid gets drafted in the first round, and the first thing he wants to talk
I don't
about
hear it
is
now.
University of Miami. I don't hear it now either.
I got it.
I'm gonna share it in the chat. What an asshole!
Who? What did he say?
Shamar Stewart's little handler, little Cuban dude. The dude was like, coming from Miami, we didn't pick Miami. We were made out to be villains.
That Negro was not Cuban, bro. That was a nigga.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
He's mixed, then at least.
Bro, he's mixed with Cuban. It's something bad.
What? It's dark skinned Cubans out there. I know you don't
No,
know understand that,
Terrence,
No,
folks.
no.
Terrence,
I've seen,
Terrence, don't talk. Come on, Terrence. Don't do
I've
that.
seen it.
Don't do that. I'm Spanish
It
and my
is
daddy.
though.
Listen, I'm Spanish and my daddy darker than you. You
It's
understand?
Cubans out here look just like me, man.
Bro, 100%. I've been to Puerto
understand?
Rico. There's Puerto Ricans like that.
Go look at them. Go look at them.
100%. I
So
saw him.
Lewis has a very good
To me, he was just looking light skinned nigga.
comment. Who benefited more out of that relationship? I think it was a mutually
I was just about to
beneficial
say, I don't.
relationship.
Dion.
Well, other than Dion, right?
Dion, yeah.
I don't look at it like Hunter made Shadur better or Shadur made Hunter better. And maybe that's just me. I don't look at it like that though.
I think Hunter would have got his
Because
targets
Shadur,
anywhere.
if there's positives and negatives you can say about Shadur. But the one thing about Shadur that I would say is positive, it's not like he looked for Travis Hunter every
He
play.
spread that motherfucking ball.
Yeah, he threw it to the open guy. Correct me if I'm wrong, Jurgen or Keyshawn. Shadur hits the open player. Like, I would argue there's wide receivers on Colorado that Shadur made look a little better.
I think so. If
What's
the
that boy,
conversation
Webster
is
balled
about
out?
mutually beneficial relationship, I think Hunter needed Shadur as much as Shadur needed Hunter.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so I would agree with that for sure. But I definitely think that intentionally, Hunter got looks, right?
Well, for sure, you're going to intent. Yeah, no, 100%.
Because you have Dion. For Dion to validate himself, he needed proof of concept, right?
But my point is, Shadur was targeting it. It's not like they threw them. It's not like Johnny Manziel.
Yeah. No, it's not like
you know
that.
what I'm saying? Like it wasn't like every play finna go to Travis Hunter. Like Shadur distributed the ball. So I don't know.
I really like this Malachi Starks pick though.
No, I think it's a wonderful pick. Might be one of those. Okay, this might end up being the best pick of the first round. Him and the other guy from Georgia that went to San Francisco.
Walker.
There you go. There go the first one of the night.
The first bunny.
I got a Becky. You got a Becky.
The first one of the night.
I came into this draft hoping that Tampa got Mike Green from Marshall. So I'm shocked to see he's kind of still on the board.
No, he's on the board.
Jahad Campbell, I thought would be in play for Tampa. Will Johnson still being there is crazy.
Timeout. How crazy is it that we haven't seen a single legit, like traditional linebacker be taken yet?
Yeah.
Oh shit, we haven't.
And then we're on pick 28, and there hasn't been a linebacker taken.
I don't think
that
anybody
happens
is worth
every
it,
once
bro.
in a while, though. That happens every
Nobody's
once in a
really
while.
worth it.
And I would say this isn't. Yeah, I would say this isn't exactly a strong backer class to be quite honest with you. So.
You know that motherfucker? What's that backer for NC State?
It's just that white boy.
He went last year.
That white boy.
Oh yeah,
Was
he last year?
Peyton Wilson. Peyton
Wilson. He went to Pittsburgh.
Yeah,
that was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah.
So,
Becky let him shoot up the club tonight. She making sure he shoot up the club tonight.
He been shooting up Becky club.
And if he been smart about it, she putting holes in the corner. Let's be real here.
Tyreek Williams. Tyleek Williams. Sorry.
They weren't bold enough for me, dog. They were supposed to go corner. Actually, I lied. I think Denver right now still has the best steal of the first round.
Denver?
Mm-hmm. Who's ready for the Eagles to piss them off?
Questionable pick for the line. I keep going back to that Shamar pick. I think that is a huge boomer bust pick.
It's about as bad as a Mecca Abuga, to be honest with you.
No, it's not as bad as that because I think Shamar has a legit chance to be legit. It's just, man, that pick and that Abuka pick are the two picks that I go and I look at, man. But at least with the Shamar pick, I go back and I say, I can see what you see. I can see why you picked him. production doesn't match, but I can see why. The Ibuka pick, I don't know why Tampa went that route.
All I know is Baker gonna have to throw for 40 touchdowns again.
I don't understand.
Shit.
And don't tell me it's because you're getting ready for life after Mike Evans. Like, don't tell me that, because that's not the person you pick for life after Mike Evans.
No.
If I want to talk about life after Mike Evans, I wait a couple years, and there's this guy wearing number 4 up in Columbus.
That's
That's a bad man.
That's life after Mike Evans. You feel me? Like,
for that.
It's not a Buka. Like, what are we talking about?
Is it, to be clear, if he could go next year,
or the Jit at Bama, but Jeremiah's over there. Was it Ryan?
Jeremiah is wide receiver 1 next year or the year after.
Well, he's not eligible next year. So
I'm just saying, if he could be.
In 2 years, he's wide receiver. In 2 years, he's arguably player 1.
Yeah, he is.
I don't know if there's like what are we talking about? Other than the fact that we value quarterbacks a little bit more, right?
Yeah.
Obviously,
You
might have a quarterback that pops up,
but
no,
you
might be in need of a
best
quarterback.
Player in that draft will be number 4.
Sure.
That's a bad man.
No, 100%.
I'm trying to think if I can think of anybody else.
Somebody will emerge by then, I'm sure. Like, we'll have a conversation whether it's a quarterback or an edge rusher, but like Dylan Stewart might be a guy that we talk about. I think he's eligible next year though, so he won't be in the same draft as Jeremiah. That's the boy out of South Carolina. I don't know if y'all know who he is.
Yeah, I know you're talking about.
Yeah, he'll have that argument for number 1 pick.
Yeah, I mean, look.
Is somebody seriously about to give? I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Is somebody seriously about to give the Eagles a bag to take Shador?
Why would they take Shador? Are they done with Jalen? Jalen just won a Super Bowl.
No, is somebody about to give the Eagles a bag?
Are they about to trade?
Okay,
my bad.
I'm seeing this happen, unless we're talking about.
So, what team would do that? Is that Cleveland?
Why would Cleveland?
So what team are we talking about doing that then? The team that we thought did it took fucking Jackson Dart. So what team are we talking about?
Cleveland doesn't have to do it.
So what team are we talking about? I'm just asking. Keyshawn, what team are we talking about that's trading up? I think Shadur's out. Shadur, when New York traded back in, that was
Pittsburgh can't. Does Vegas do it?
Vegas needs a quarterback, but I don't think they trade back in there. Jerk, what you
no.
So this is
going to pick 33.
I would hope so at this point. This is what Adrian, you and I have been dealing with, I would say, anti-Shador or anti-Deion Clapback now for 2 years, right? And this is all I'm gonna say.
From that black bastard in the top right over there.
Hey, that is racist as fuck. I will not deal with you Mexican motherfuckers calling me a black bastard.
First of all, the flag, I'm not Mexican. And second of all,
that's a cover up at this point.
I can call you a Negro.
You call me what you want. You'll be here May 31st. Call me that in my face, nigga.
but
you know I will. You know I will.
You probably would.
It was called. Everybody called it hate when these scouts said they had a round 2 grade on Shador. Everybody called it hate, right? And they said it was misinformation to drag the kid down. It did.
So I don't have a round 2 grade.
It did. It worked. The misinformation worked, bro. You can't tell me he's a bad fucking kid, bro.
I never called him a bad kid. I'm talking about football.
You're not gonna sit here and say you're not gonna sit here and tell me you think he's a bad kid.
I never called him a bad kid.
Around
so
I know you're not.
What are you talking about?
I know that. That's what I'm saying. You won't sit here and say that.
Stop. They said, and I quote, multiple scouts have him labeled as a round 2 quarterback.
And
right? Because of football. This is what their opinion was.
So multiple scouts had him
What I'm
above
saying is,
Jackson Dart.
There
above
are
Wilkins.
legitimate questions, and when Jerk says because of football, he's never been in a situation where he's been tested. He's been given the keys. Now you can say whatever, but
The keys to what?
Terrence, listen. This
starting
is all
job.
This is all I'm saying. Hold on. This is all I'm saying. People, when they were talking about football with Shedeur Sanders, first of all, how many teams are taking a quarterback this year?
I like
Maybe
that pick.
4 or 5.
I like that pick for
Right?
Washington.
It's a great pick. But maybe 4 or 5, right, Terrence? And how many of those are in immediate needs of starters? Maybe 3, truly in immediate needs of starters, right? If you're telling me that half the scouts in the league have him labeled as a round 2 pick, then this makes sense. And I'm not talking about the interview stuff. I'm just talking about football. Because the football questions are, what are we really getting when we get this kid? Is this kid going to uplift the organization? Or does he need to be somebody that can sit within a good operation and then be a great football player? That's the questions that surround Shedeur Sanders, right? I don't think he's a bad kid. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm just saying football. And if that's what people were saying, this is proving to me that this is what they really thought. They thought it was a round 2 kid.
Okay.
I think
I
some
can
of
agree with that.
one of the better comparisons for Shedeur has been the Geno Smith comparison. I actually like that comparison.
Sure.
And Geno was a first round pick.
No, he was a 2nd round pick.
I thought Geno was first round
He
pick.
was like 33.
No, Geno went
he was
round
first.
to the Jets.
He was one of the guys that ended. No. He ended up staying back in the green room and didn't come to the draft the next
No,
day.
EJ did go first round.
EJ went first.
I know EJ. I thought Geno was also first round pick, but I'm mistaken.
He went like early 2nd round.
Okay.
Like
So,
top
but
40.
I do like the Geno comparison, but I think
because this is the one thing I've been arguing about this for years. People say politics. At the end of the day, them dudes that just made that New York pick had to save their job. Yes or no? We know that for a fact, right?
okay.
This pick was no, but hear me out, Adrian. They had to save their job with that pick in their mind, and that's who they ended up feeling comfortable with. The grade was the grade.
That doesn't mean you trust that guy's opinion. I'm sorry. All right, so pause. Let me
The grade was the grade, though. The grade was the grade, though. That's
Okay,
my
I
point.
hear you. So, in my opinion, if there's a team in an organization there are about 6 or 7 organizations where I do not trust their evaluation in that situation, and the Giants have proven to us on national television that you don't trust their evaluation in that situation.
Post Eli Manning era, I would agree with that. Yeah.
So let's go back to the conversation.
But guess what? That's who's in charge right now. Post Eli Manning.
Let's go to the conversation. This is about what the people who are making the picks evaluate the talent as. Yes or no?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what it's about. I'm not talking about how good they are at it, because I can tell you that the GM in Jacksonville is younger than me.
Yeah,
you understand what I'm saying? I'm not that old. He's 34.
Not that old.
And that nigga he took offense to that.
I'm just saying, he's 34.
Yeah,
you feel what I'm saying? So we just supposed to say, well, because he took Travis Hunter 2nd, that means Travis Hunter's truly the 2nd overall pick. No, if we're gonna question, we're gonna question. I'm just saying that at the end of the day, that staff in Jacksonville valued him as probably their player number 1 overall on their board. Can we all agree on that?
Yep.
And all I'm saying is New York said to themselves, I have my board. I have Dart over Sanders. I'm going to go get Dart before somebody else does. And they probably have reason to believe that somebody else was going to get Dart, because that's why they moved it. Agree or disagree?
And I think, and me personally, and to be clear, there are organizations where I value our chat more than what I hear abroad, because of our common sense and what I know about you, Jared, what I know
Sure.
about you, Adrian, and your records, and Keyshawn, you too, my bad. Keyshawn, especially Keyshawn, everybody. But like, I value your records on what you've said about, hey, this doesn't seem right. This guy is this guy is that.
Sure.
And maybe it's just, I know it's our chat, but I value that over what I see out there.
So
And
let
none
me
of
throw
you,
this out.
nobody in this chat, and nobody in our chat go down instead would take motherfucking Jackson Dart
No,
over Shador.
I think Shadur's. I think he's a victim of. I hate to say this. I think he's a victim of his father's brashness. I mean, retiring his number. Like, as much as I think Shadur is a first round level talent, mid to late first round level talent. I don't think he's a top 10 talent personally. But
I agree with that.
Retire his number with the resume that he has, and we can argue it all day, Terrence. My point is, I think NFL GMs are looking at that. I think they're looking at little stupid stuff like that, and they're going, "This kid is pampered." There's a lot of things that they're looking to not draft him for, other than the fact that his accuracy, the ball placement is elite, in my opinion. I think Shadur puts the ball on the money every single time. I think his accuracy is immaculate.
Sure.
The problems I have with him is trying to extend plays. He doesn't know when to let a play go. He takes unnecessary sacks.
Wait, pause.
But he doesn't throw a lot of interceptions.
Who just went?
The Bills are selecting right now. And they picked Maxwell Harrison.
I like that pick.
Damn,
is Will Johnson really going to fall out? So
outside of the 40 time didn't help him. The 40 time didn't help him.
But still, bro, like we've seen quarters with worse 40 times.
Time out. So just to go back to this, Terrence, right?
Yeah, but let's go back to Shadur because that's
we said we value the opinions of certain organizations.
No, he said he said he values.
I value y'all opinion over those organizations.
So let me ask you this: do we value Mike Tomlin and the Pittsburgh Steelers' opinion?
Yes.
Do we value it? Okay. They have no quarterback,
and they didn't take him.
And they didn't take him or Dart. And this is just me saying, right? You're looking at the scope of the landscape of what the draft is versus the reality of what these players will be. And the draft is based off of the knowledge that these guys have of what they view a player as and what they view everybody else going to be.
And I also think NFL GMs and coaches are looking at that quarterback to be a franchise-like leader. And they're looking at Shadur and they're going, how much of that is your father?
Great question.
And how much of that? And how much of that
I
is
can
you?
take that.
And how much of that is you coming to an organization and thinking your shit don't stay? And there's gonna be 30-year-old men that tell you, get in line.
Get in line. All right, so my opinion, I think there's some humility put upon Shador and Shiloh and even Travis Hunter to some extent by Dion. By realizing Dion's that guy.
Humility?
Based upon the situation. They know
that using the wrong word there, Terrence.
I don't
think humility is the word I would associate.
I don't think so either.
All right, so maybe there's another word for it, but I'm going to stand by this word.
Travis Hunter has been on live streams from jumps. Like, humility, I wouldn't say is the word. No, that's not the word I would use.
I hear you.
And I'm not knocking it because I think everybody's got their thing. I'm just saying.
I think there's an understanding of where they are. Let's leave humility out. I think there's an understanding of the NFL and what they have to do when they get to that level. Because Dion, he knew he was that guy, but he proved it. He understood that he had to prove it when he got at that level.
I think
Dion understood that.
GMs don't want Shadur coming into that locker room thinking he runs shit. That's a lot of it. I think.
Why don't you want your quarterback to come in thinking you run shit?
No, but it's different. But Terrence,
because he's not running it because of his. He's running it because of his last name, man. And like, you understand what I'm trying to say? It's not.
I think Shador has some legs to stand on at this point. If you telling me Shiloh said, if Shiloh said, "Oh, I'm the starting safety," I get that. Shador has legs to stand on based upon his production.
Terrence, so I'm going to riddle you this, right? This is why I think the kid ascended up draft boards the way he did in Cam Ward, right? Is because 0-star recruit goes to Incarnate Word, QB6, end up QB1 and starting, right? Leaves Incarnate Word, goes to Washington. Alpha male, everywhere you go, that term alpha male is associated.
My cousin picked him off at Washington.
To Jerg's point, I
just want to get my little cousin. For
Jerg's point, I think there's a big perception that Shador's been handed everything and not.
And that's what you're talking about. The mental.
So when you go into that GM, you go into that locker room. There's gonna be NFL players that go, bro. You're only here because of who your daddy is.
I hear you. I agree with that.
And we might respect your father. Because he's the GOAT.
Fuck you.
And then time out.
But
you also say that
you have to earn
if he played for Bama, if Mac Jones could go first round, so could Shador. Right?
I've just been attacked. I'm sorry. I've just been attacked. Montre, you say I'm a Sanders family member? Bro, you check my family and check your family and see who family really got to worry about being a Sanders
Here's the point.
Fuck out of here.
Here's the point.
Fuck out. I'm sorry, he brought that to me. He came at me.
Here's the point.
Talk about my family almost saying this. I'm sorry, Jerry. Go ahead, bro.
Here's the point.
Okay, Jerry, go ahead. He's
if I had to
I saw that shit, bro.
Hold on. If I had to pick who has the better makeup to be a franchise leading quarterback, it's the kid who's went from city to city to city, no assistants, right? All the skills, all the tools, and has made every organization better. Agree to disagree?
But I'm not sitting here arguing. I'm not arguing the Shador and Cam.
I know I'm not saying that, but what Adrian's saying is we're evaluating the makeup of the man.
Right.
Because this is what this is about. This is about walking to a locker room full of men, right, and saying, I'm that guy. I just saw Cam do it. I've never seen Shador do it. Because when Shador pulled up to Colorado, how did that work out? Deion came in the room and says, some of y'all got to go because I got my luggage in this room.
That's the perfect example. But that's on video. That's on video.
But who was really for the bro? They went 1-11 or
that's
2
not the
2-10.
But Terrence, but time out. So you tell me right now.
If he had pulled up to Florida State and said that shit, he's full of shit.
Terrence, hear me out.
You're not saying that. He's saying that about Jordan Travis.
Hear me out, Terrence.
Terrence, no one's disagreeing with you. But the point is the message you're sending. And the NFL GMs and they
right.
How do you get a read on the kid?
It was blatant from day one. Shador did not have to earn that quarterback job. Deion came in and said, "That's my quarterback. If you don't like it, get the hell out." Whether you like it or not is irrelevant. But GM saw that.
Yeah, I
so and it's just about how do you get a read on the kid.
Right. So how do you how do you judge that?
What's your cosign for Mac Jones? Oh, Nick Saban. Right? That's a Mac Jones cosign. And guess what? Regardless, Deion, love you to death, brother. Nick Saban cosign for the ride over. Your cosign any day of the week. That's why Mac Jones went first round. Right? So that's all he's saying is you're talking about if I got to invest my first round pick and eventually $100 million into you, what is the mental makeup of the person that I'm interacting with, and can he handle the environment? That's all he's saying.
And why people may listen to Deion when it comes to corners, Deion I don't think has that cachet when it comes to any other position. And I'll be honest with you, this is going to be Deion's first year. No Travis Hunter, no his son. He about to make himself. He either gonna make himself as a coach or break himself as a coach. And this year,
to your point, Terrence, to your point of the 1-11 thing, this has always been my wondering about Dion as a coach.
Oh,
If you would, I saw that trade for Philly to get up
shit.
there.
okay.
But
That's not a
if
big.
you were to put me in charge of a school, let's say I went to FIU tomorrow, but I could
Right.
bring a potential number one overall player in Travis Hunter and Shador Sanders and kick everybody off the roster and get whoever I wanted out the portal. You don't think I'd be better than 1-11 the next year? I'm just asking you. Because these are
I
big fish.
understand.
These are big fish in a very small pond. I think you have to agree with that too, right?
Right.
So if this was them going to Auburn and going from Auburn from 4 wins to 9 wins, I think there's
Jahad
more
Campbell
weight
to
there.
the Eagles.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, Keyshawn, you still there, my boy?
Either,
Yes,
yeah.
sir.
There goes your linebacker.
Jahad Campbell to the Eagles.
And it's not a
First
Georgia player,
linebacker.
Keyshawn.
Is
It's not a
that
Georgia
not
Bulldog.
interesting to y'all?
What?
That's a interesting pick.
But Kobe Dean got hurt a lot.
That's some pressure on there. But didn't they just have
Kobe
a
Dean
defensive
got hurt
player
a
of the
lot.
year?
Yeah,
they-
Zach
they-
Mobb, he plays outside linebacker.
I see what
Oh,
you
he's
did
an
there,
outside
Terrence.
linebacker?
I see what you did there, Terrence.
I'm just asking, you know.
It's a
No, they
defensive
just had
player
a
of the year,
defensive player of the
boy.
year. Like, but
All right, we got
wow.
one more pick, and then that's all we got.
Wow.
Don't
That's
hurt your degenerative knee now. Calm down.
so Shador's really going day 2. This is
Yeah.
crazy to me.
Unless somebody trades with Kansas City, Shador Sanders will not be a first round pick.
Oh wow. And then we're all in agreement he's picked 33, right?
I would hope so.
To Cleveland, it makes sense, right?
Cleveland might go receiver right there. They're not in a rush.
Yeah.
Because they could pick him at 36.
I got Will Johnson still on the board.
Yeah, I mean, it's not guaranteed, yeah, for sure.
Oh my God.
Not guaranteed.
Mind you, I thought Nick Imamawari was a first round pick.
I thought he'd be gone.
I thought he was a first round pick. I'm
Who's
shocked. Nick Imamawari, the
Yeah,
safety.
he's the safety from South Carolina.
Oh, yeah. A lot of people thought he was a first rounder.
I think we're gonna see teams get a lot of value in rounds 2, 3, and 4.
Boy, round 2 is loaded to me.
Look, round 2 is loaded. I agree.
If we're talking about taking Nick, we're talking about taking Trayvon Henderson. We're talking about Quayshawn.
Right.
We're talking about
Judkins,
Elijah
yeah.
Arroyo. We're talking
Arroyo,
about Mason Taylor at tight end too. We're talking about Luther Burton. We're talking about motherfucking.
A lot of value. I agree. A lot of value.
Bro,
I can see Elijah Arroyo right here.
Yeah.
Elijah
Travis
Arroyo
Kelce
to,
is on his.
These niggas they need linemen.
But they need no lineman. I'm about to say they need offense.
Yeah, I think they go
linemen, long linemen, old linemen. They need linemen. Bro.
Chiefs need to address the
Mind you,
trenches.
I even think of Azariah Thomas as a Florida State guy. Azariah, he's a good value around 2 to 3. AZ's a good value.
He's
a good value.
I think he's a late second, third rounder, but
yeah, day two, you know. And I know people talked about Farmer too being a day 2 guy.
I think
but,
Farmer's a third to fourth. I think Farmer might be lucky if his name is called in the 4th.
Yeah, hey, if he get lucky, he get lucky. But you know,
I think value wise, people will look at Farmer and say, "Well, I can get him at 5th, 6th."
I think day two picks are gonna tight ends are gonna stand up a lot. Tight ends are gonna be a important pick. Let me fix my fucking TV shit. I think tight ends and edge are going to be very valuable, and safeties in round 2 and 3.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think that's what you're going to see a lot of. And yeah, at this point, Cleveland ain't got no point in trading up. But I think Cleveland is a team who takes Shador, bro.
Cleveland sitting at 33, and Houston sitting at 34. So Houston might even be selling depending who.
Oh yeah, Houston definitely putting some shit on the board. Like, hey, if they don't take them, do you want them?
Right, right.
Like, they are definitely out there and like, hey, because that pick, and even if you are, not only are they fielding those offers, they're fielding the offers for anybody who wants a guy like Will Johnson, anybody who wants a guy like fucking Mike Green, Nick Mawari, Trayvon Henderson, Elijah Arroyo, those guys at the top of that round. Mind you, to be very clear, wide receiver is a huge thing for me. I don't think there's any guys out there at wide receiver that I'm really liking. Luther Burton, maybe? But it's gonna be an interesting round, man.
I think it's gonna have way more excitement than the first round, because you know there's a ton of value left on the board, and you feel like people are gonna get a lot more bang for their buck.
So to tell you the truth, the fact that so much value got left on the second round and third round is why the first round was actually kind of exciting to me. There's some guys I'm like, yo.
Josh Simmons.
Josh Simmons, tackle, Ohio State.
Yeah.
They need it online, so.
Yeah.
Ooh, man. Bro, the guys on the board right now are crazy.
Ohio State. It is now. Yeah. So now Josh Simmons.
Yes. I'm like.
I mean, other than Pittsburgh, man, no one in the back half needed a quarterback.
Nobody.
So this is just dudes literally just drafting.
But that's what I said, bro. Like, if your intel is what it is, Pittsburgh and Mike Tomlin probably sitting there like, man, I'm gonna do this shit tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you don't know everybody's pressing for him, then you just sit and wait it out, just like Cleveland's doing. You know what I'm saying?
I think, yeah, Pittsburgh definitely sat there and looked and was like, look, either I can make a move up for Shador, or I can land Ewers or Milrow. Those are the only two other guys I think are in the top five.
And that's what they
you got to have Ewers or Milrow in your top within 15 picks of 15 spots on your board of Shador to be able to willing to do that, to me. And yeah, I honestly don't think he doesn't go 33. I don't see how he doesn't go 33 for the Browns.
In the big leagues for the Tigers and the Orioles, and now.
But maybe the Browns look at it and say, "Oh, I know that these teams ain't taking them, so maybe I'll take him at 36."
That's what I'm saying. Just chill. You don't need to rush.
Like, prove to me you want to come up here and get him.
Correct. Right.
Spend your capital. Come up here and get this guy before I pick at 36.
That's right.
And I don't know. Who's gonna trade with the Texans or Titans? Because they could walk out of here with Will Johnson, mind you, at corner. Who's my guy? Will Johnson is the guy I am shocked didn't get taken. Like, I don't understand that.
Absolutely.
I really thought that he was a first round guy. I don't care what you want to say about 40 time, whatever. I thought his coverage ability and everything else outside of that was worth, because there's guys I'm pretty sure didn't run well. He ran in the 40, and that still got picked in the first round. You know what I mean? So, like, the fact that Will Johnson is still there, I wouldn't be surprised to see the Browns walk away with Will Johnson and Shador.
Come through Central Texas and the Brazos Valley earlier this afternoon.
Possibly, man.
All right, y'all. That's night one.
Woo!
Night one.
We'll circle back, hopefully, man.
100%. Circle back.
Man.
It start a little bit early tomorrow, but we could come on at 8. We'd be an hour in, but we could come on at 8.
If y'all free, I'm down. We can do it.
I'll probably
be around.
I'll have to keep. I'll let y'all know. I don't know, because I leave for South Carolina on Saturday.
Give me the
keys. I travel Saturday too.
So I don't know.
Hey, give me the keys, boss. I got you.
I mean, I might do
Nah, whatever we want to do, man.
I'll keep y'all updated though.
You going to South Carolina?
All right, y'all boys. I'm out of
You
here.
got it in a.
I got another school I gotta go to, but all right,
So in
y'all.
a couple months, you heading west.
I go to South Carolina for about a month, and then I'll be in El Paso in like July.
Hey boy, man, Texas in the summer, boy. Woo.
But hey, ain't nothing like it, boy. I thought Florida was hot, man. Shit. They be hitting about 108, 109. I was like, all right, we staying inside today.
Hundreds. Not going outside.
Hey, I'm so glad we had that phone for Imani party. Cause there ain't no way I'd have been outside, boy. Hey, it gotta be some kind of water outside. Ain't no way. Ain't no way, boy. But yeah, man. Crazy draft. To me, this is crazy. Shador not going around with us crazy.
I was entertained. I thought after first pick, everything else was up in the air. So it didn't disappoint to me.
Yeah.
Jackson Dart, QB2.
Jackson Dart, QB2 is crazy.
That's insane. I didn't have him. I have him as QB5 at best.
I see what I understand.
Where'd you have him?
The measurable. I don't know where I necessarily had him, but I didn't have him at QB2. I'll tell you that.
You didn't have him above Shador.
No.
Did you have him above Milrow? Yours? I know you didn't have him above yours.
I had him above Milrow, just because.
Yours?
I think he's got probably a higher ceiling than yours. I think yours is capped. I think yours is capped out. I would like to be wrong there. I just think yours is capped out.
I don't know, man. It's just weird to me. He's QB2 though. At this point, he's QB2. He is QB2. He is above Will Howard, Jalen Merrill, Tyler Shaw, who a lot of guys had above him. Quinn, Kyle McCord, Riley Leonard.
And Kyle McCord, like he's in front of Kyle McCord. That's kind of crazy.
Bro, I don't see him as.
I don't know. I think all of those you can bunch in the same area. I don't know. I don't know what you see in Jackson Dart. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Keyshawn see. I don't know.
Nah, I don't.
You know, Keyshawn be knowing shit though.
Keyshawn, that's why he don't. Keyshawn, now come to that draft. Keyshawn know what he be looking at.
I don't know, man.
Keyshawn didn't know that shit though.
I'm not a Jackson Dart fan.
I'm not. I am not.
Me personally.
I'm not at all, bro. That's crazy. There's no way I had him above Quinn or Shador.
The jury is expected to hear closing arguments.
And then you gotta argue me down about Tyler, Jalen, and Will Howard.
Let's go all the way back to day one of the trial.
Like you gotta argue me down about that. Kyle McCord, you gotta argue me down.
Footage, the cell phone video on day 2 showing it.
I mean, it was a Cam Ward and then the rest of the draft type of feel for quarterbacks. But
did you really feel that way? I thought it was
I did.
And then significantly, we know it's Shador.
But I did. To me, Shador was number 2.
I thought it was clear cut that Shador was 2. I really did. I thought Shador was clear cut number 2.
Like I could see the Giants reaching, and I don't think Milrow is that guy, but at least from an athletic standpoint, like if you told me they reach for Jalen Milrow, it makes a little more sense to me, just because
I don't know, man.
Athletically,
I hear you.
Right? He can do things. I don't know what they see in Jackson Dart personally.
The fuck did I just watch? I'm sorry, bro. I'm like,
and then Will Johnson, he's still on the board, and the buddy out of Marshall is still on the board. So but that's how the NFL draft goes. So,
like, there are some guys.
Jamar Stewart going as high as he did. It was interesting.
Nick and Manwari, like the Boston College defensive end.
But I'm gonna go ahead and get up out of here, y'all.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. About that time.
Appreciate you having
About
us
that
on,
time.
bro.
Yes, sir. And we'll catch
So
y'all
let us
later.
know if you want to run. Let us know if you want to run it
Yeah,
back.
I'll let y'all know sometime tomorrow if I'm
Yeah,
running
we'll
back.
figure it out.
All right.
No stress.
Your boys
Appreciate
take
it.
it easy.
All right, y'all.